Wait, why didn't
2 seconds, I'm sorry.
It was incredibly dangerous and quite frightening, to say the least. But, oh hey, hello everybody, welcome!
Hello!
Welcome to Dungeons & Dragons. My name is Anthony Dane, and with me tonight on my right-hand side, going around the table, we have Clever Eric Muller from Ramble On About Movies.
Hello!
Hello! How are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm here for the fun and the revenge.
Oh lordy, he's here for two things. I like your shirt, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you again, Erica, for this.
You're welcome.
Speaking of shirts, somebody who's pretty basic today, we got Simple Chris.
So we're getting some pumpkin spice.
How you doing, buddy? Ready to kill me, aren't you?
I'm fine.
He's just gonna take
I'm
it,
just here for the revenge.
He's just gonna take it out on your characters.
I'm gonna regret saying that, aren't I?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Get ready to hear the Crit Mode song.
Oh, great. Yeah, I regret it already.
Yeah. As you should.
Continuing on with the awesome shirts, we have Erica May.
Hi, guys.
What are you wearing?
Rogue's got a rogue. Sometimes I can't be in control of what my character chooses to do. So, I'm repping it on the shirt.
Actually, you can't. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
the character is you.
No, she kind of has a mind of her own. That's role-playing.
No.
So, no,
That's
it's called
sentience.
it's part of the process. Sometimes you let the character overtake you.
Are we
Yes.
method acting?
Right, the method.
I'm here to play
Click.
D&D.
I thought you were, because I mean you're simple.
Uh-huh.
Man,
Yeah.
that's twice now I got you.
Yeah.
I'm really gonna regret that.
Cannot wait.
This is gonna be a hard night for me.
That's what she said.
Finishing
Hey!
and with a quip we have Josh Pratt.
Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm not here for anything other than just D&D.
You're very green.
I am.
Why are you so green?
I don't know, but it's not very easy.
That's why his Ramblon nickname is Big Green.
There it is.
That's right, it was. Shit.
Is.
Was. I haven't been back on, so it hasn't really like
Well, we'll
stuck.
find a time to get you back on.
That's fine.
Yes. Anyways, welcome to episode 13.
Woo!
I had to write it down so I could remember.
There you
I
go.
could have told you if you that has something.
I don't know. Not
11.
I don't know. Numbers they just keep growing, and sometimes you forget. I forget.
Happens.
Math.
Math is
I was
hard.
told there'd be no math.
Even though this game is like circled
Literally
around a lot of
Right, I was gonna
math.
say
It's all math.
It's math, basically.
Yeah. All this is math. It's fine.
This is all math. Come in. There's nobody there. Strange. Anyways, welcome to another game of Dungeons and Dragons. Shall we begin?
Yes.
Always.
Very good. Very good.
Revenge.
So, after a short interaction with Cuervo,
Did you say Cuervo?
Carbo.
I've got liquor on the brain.
Tequila was involved.
After a slight interaction with Cuervo, a sneaky man found a lever on the wall, pulling of which revealed a trapdoor between Arena and Keth, plunging them into a dark abyss down below, upon which they met the Umber Hulk, a rancor of sorts, a giant beetle creature, gorilla beetle. Dun dun dun. After a swift defeat of the giant hulking creature, our man gets away, unfortunately leaving no trace behind. Examining through the rest of the monastery, our adventurers find themselves in a crypt. Dark, cold, and damp. After a long night's rest, they awaken on the hard pavement floor. What you guys doing?
First, make sure I still have the crown on.
First thing I'm doing is rolling for a push.
You're gonna be making potions in a
I'm just
dungeon?
kidding.
I'm gonna roll to recharge my wand of magic missiles though,
That's probably wise.
and I'm back to full.
Voice.
Potion.
No, I'm not doing it here. It would take time, and I'm in the
Not
middle
yet.
of a problem. But upon waking up over by the sarcophagus after a night of pondering things that happened the day before, Maeve gets up, makes her way over to where that door was.
Help me out real quick.
Oh shit! Yeah, your sword. The bane of Tony's existence.
Could be worse. You could bless my bow.
Maeve reaches out and instead touches her chest. No, I'm just kidding. I give him a +1. But I make my way over to the magical door, and now that I've prepared, when I woke up, I switched up my spells that I had remembered for the day.
How many did you...
I swapped 2 out.
You swapped 2 out, so that takes 2 hours.
One.
It takes some time in the morning to swap your spells.
Not for cleric. I just know which
Yeah.
ones. No, I don't.
Oh, you're right, because only a wizard does, having to relearn them. Son of a bitch.
Correct.
Okay,
I just
very
pull it
good.
out my ass.
That's right, 'cause you're a fucking
It's
cleric.
divine, bro.
Got it.
So
Okay.
Speaks to
Uh,
Jeebus.
As much as I can.
for the DM, if you'd like to know, I took out inflict wounds and whole person and brought in dispel magic and detect good and evil.
What?
Okay.
We have a
How's
good
that?
for.
So I wake up, not even looking, I just get up because it's on my brain. I wander over to that door. I look up. I hit dispel magic on the door.
What level is that?
As long as this spell, or it's in front of me.
As long as there's words.
I
He
know
will
what I'm
tell
doing.
me.
I know what I'm doing.
It is a 3rd level.
Woof. Okay.
So basically just dispels it. I don't have to do anything. Well, it depends. If Arcane Lock is a 3rd level or lower, it automatically dispels it.
It does automatically dispel it.
So it is okay. So as that happens, I'd like to. Well, I'm assuming you guys just watch me wander across the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
As we're getting ready for the morning, just watch you go over there.
Now that actually it was locked. Yeah, I'm gonna try the handle. That I know where it is because I saw it.
You did.
Well,
Is
the
it-
spell's gone now, so it's just probably a door.
Possibly. Is it locked, sir?
So, First thing in the morning, Maeve approaches the wall and puts both of her hands up against the wall, utters an incantation, and before you know it, in front of all of your eyes, you see that the stone wall that's engraved into this crypt starts to crumble away, and as it crumbles away, it starts to reveal a cellar door, of which has a nice little handle to it. What was once Maeve miming an action of a door being here now comes quite clear. She reaches out and tries to turn the doorknob, with a crick, kind of swoops right open easily.
Nice.
What do I see when I open the door?
A dark hallway, very short, and then a flight of stairs that leads straight up into blackness.
Alright guys, I took care of the magic door. Looks
Thank
like there's
you.
some stairs. They lead up. It's rather dark, and I can't see shite.
I'll walk over.
So would you all like to venture upstairs?
Yes, I'll bring up the back.
I will go up the stairs first.
I will be behind him, I guess.
Per usual.
Oh yeah.
Got us out of here. Thanks, Maeve.
Very good. So as you make your way up the stairs and into the darkness, you find yourself on a flat, still the very narrow hallway of this passage. The flat kind of has another door off to your right and then another flight of stairs that keeps going.
Yeah, we'll keep going.
Do you want to check the door at all? Do we want to check this door at all? No.
Somewhere.
Yeah,
You
there's
said there was a door to the
there's
right.
a
Door
door.
on the
Yeah.
right inside.
You want to? I mean, we can.
Sure, I'll walk over and use Mage Hand to try to open the door.
Okay. Slide hand.
17.
So as you kind of jiggle the handle, you realize that this is a very loose-fitting door, and by the looks of it, seems to be untouched from any weathering over the years. So it seems as though that maybe this door was also affected by the arcane lock. And as you manipulate the door handle, it comes unlocked and swings open ever so slowly, revealing a bead of light coming in from outside.
Okay. I'll walk through the door just to see what's in there.
We're over here.
Oh,
I
over
think
here.
it's
got
here.
it.
Like this door right there. If we're looking at it.
Correct. That's the door. I'm assuming.
Yes.
I'm guessing that's the door we came out from.
Oh yeah, we're on like a platform. Now I get you.
Yep, and as you peer outside, you see the
I see
garden.
the corridor.
You
okay.
see a garden, very luscious, and it is now bright. The light that's shining down on you, and as you examine this area, you see that it's got nice little winding dirt roads and a bunch of brushes, plants, and some flowers too. It's a very tranquil area. It seems as though this is where the monks would go to meditate. You also notice that there happen to be many shrines in the area, some of which have plaques. Some represent gargoyles, some represent other creatures of tranquility.
Okay.
Bears, polar bears, or panda bears, and monkeys.
I'll come back in, shut the door, and be like, "Hey, that's just the door to the courtyard. We can keep going."
Hold up. There's panda bear statues in there?
Yeah.
We can steal one later. It's fine.
Yay.
We'll keep going up.
On our way up we go.
Okay. So, ignoring me outside, and you continue on. You open up the next door, and well, you approach this door that seems to be unlike all the other ones. This one is simple yet not made of wood. This one seems to be made of a very heavy metal.
Okay, I will take out my key and see if the key will work in the door.
A passive perception would see that there is no keyhole to this door.
Okay, so then I'll use.
It appears to be a sliding door.
Sliding door. Well, then I'll use Mage Hand to try to open the door. 17 again.
Okay, so you can feel your invisible hand reach out and press up against this very heavy door, and as you kind of apply a little bit of pressure to it and realize that you're not quite strong enough to be able to move this door, but with
Okay.
enough force it should be able to budge.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around. Kath,
I'm right here. You don't have to yell.
muscles, please.
I'll try and open the door myself.
Roll a strength check.
14.
you, yeah, you can easily, with a 14, you can easily pull the door aside. So, unfortunately, there is no handle to this door at all either. So, with a couple of presses and some force, you're able to shift it to the side. And in doing so, you reveal a very strange room. And I say that because it doesn't represent any other rooms that you've seen in this monastery. In fact, this room here does not belong in this area. It's very well kept. Aside from the fact that a lot of the furniture in this room and a couple of couches on the side seem to be very dusty and old. There are a bunch of tables in this room. It appears to be a laboratory of sorts because there's a bunch of beakers and experimental procedures laid about in this room. Off in the corner, you see a figure of a slumped person kind of leaning over a tome, kind of checking it over as you enter this room.
There's someone in there. They didn't even notice us.
Or he's choosing not to.
Okay. Kathy, you guys are at the front now, so you just fuck with the door.
Mm-hmm. You want to try talking to him first? You seem to be good.
Yeah, does it look like it's an older guy?
Your passive perception only sees him from behind, and what you see is a man with a cloak as he's leering over a book in front of him.
No.
Can I?
Does it even notice us? Seem to notice us?
He doesn't respond
To anything we do?
to you entering the room. He just kind of goes about his business.
Now, are you part of the cult that's been running around this place, or are you a monk at the monastery?
I've already told you no. Depart.
You haven't told me anything. I just got here.
Turns his head over and he sees 4 strangers. Kind of questionably looks over and goes, "Who are you?"
What are you?
I asked first.
What are you doing in my room?
We're looking for Barbo.
You won't find him here. Please leave.
Do you know where we can find him?
Well, bro, it's not my business. His whereabouts mean nothing to me.
What is your business?
Roll a charisma.
21.
This is my room. I'm not related to any of the mishaps that happen around this area.
Well, what are you doing?
Studying.
Studying what?
That is none of your concern.
Clearly it is.
I think it might be.
I don't think so.
You guys just let the cult come through and destroy the monastery? Possibly killing people? We don't even know.
Oh, they definitely killed me.
Oh yeah,
Aye.
they killed plenty of
Oh, yeah.
people.
It doesn't surprise me. I heard a bit of a ruckus out there, hence the reason I put up the locks, of which I don't know how you managed to get in here.
We
I've
have
got
our
skills.
own skill set, yeah.
You have
So,
to say it's strange. You got a room all locked up. You heard of the ruckus. Obviously, you probably have friends down there. Your room is inside the monastery.
You don't
Yet
care
you just
about
did
your
nothing.
brothers?
My brother is safe.
I said your brothers, as in your brethren, your kin, your flock.
As he
You're in a
turns over,
monastery.
he
His
pulls
monks.
down his hood, and what you see is a deformed man, that of which is now. Roll a religion.
20!
16.
Wait,
Ni-
21.
Even better.
It knows
19.
7.
No, I'm sorry. 22.
Okay. As he pulls down his hood, Keth can recognize that as he looks up at you, he looks like he used to be human, and he's no longer that. He's kind of decaying and just kind of ghastly looking, as he appears to be a lich. And he's kind of leering back at you and says, "My brother is safe. He's downstairs Everyone else in this monastery means nothing to me. This was my home first.
Oh. Takes the crown off.
Oh yeah.
What's your passive?
17.
I just rolled 19. So he kind of looks over and he sees you take the crown off as you kind of slowly.
To be
put it
fair, he
right
should have
back.
noticed that with me.
He wasn't really looking at you because you haven't been saying much. It's these
And you're in the
guys.
back of the group.
Well,
Yep.
wait, no, if it's past, I'd be.
Deception, probably.
Yeah, either perception or stealth. I would have to make that roll.
If you want to roll a stealth, go right ahead.
You gotta beat a 19.
Nope.
Alright, then he notices.
So he notices as you do it, but he
14.
doesn't act upon it. He sees you kind of try and hide it behind you. Again, what are you doing here? I am not your enemy. Please leave.
Stairs led this way. We're trying to save the world, and the cult here wants to end it. It's called presentation.
Do you want to roll a presentation or a performance?
Sure.
Jesus.
Oh,
Helps if it's in the box.
Jamie.
I was thinking I was getting
There we go. 19.
Okay. So he kind of looks over at you and he's resilient enough to want to listen to what you have to say.
I'll tell him everything that's happened since we've been here.
Been here the monster or been here to like a group?
Tell him about the giant golem that they want to summon to try to destroy everything. How we've been fighting the water cult and been fighting this earth cult. Tell him about the cue ball that we ran away. Tell him how we've been had to sleep in the tombs tonight, the night before. Tell him everything.
Well, should say I'm not surprised. It was only a matter of time before they would figure that one out. They would explain a lot of the changes in weather happening as of lately. I'm a very busy man. And pulls his hood back up and he kind of leans back over the book and says, I'll answer one question from you. Make it a good one.
I peek up. We should talk.
What's his work? He said I'm very busy with fucking what?
I kind of also like to know what happened to his brother that came alive and touched me and disappeared.
Don't know that's his brother.
Well, he noticed the crown, which was
Yeah.
I
on
mean,
his
he
head.
didn't. He's
He
not.
said his brother.
He didn't react to it.
Tony just said
He
he
didn't
noticed
act
it.
upon it.
Yeah, he did.
How lit is this room?
It's well lit.
It's lit AF.
I swear to God. I should have said as fuck.
I really wish
I was
would've
waiting for you
got
to. That's
that
why
one in.
I paused. I was like, he's gonna say it's lit as fuck. You're welcome. See myself out for the rest of the game.
Where's Courtyard?
He just said he just.
I want to know what he's doing. Why did he lock himself in here?
What do you think?
It's either what's he doing or because I don't want to be cursed again. Let's be honest.
I'm more curious about that.
Like whatever is happening and he's doing in that book is clearly more important than anything else. Because he didn't save anybody. He locked himself in here to do what he's doing. So
Alright, let's have some about his work. We can figure
Yeah,
out the
more
rest
you
of it.
researching. And break.
Yeah.
What are you researching in your book?
There's a man in this monastery, deep below. He's trying to summon Ogreymok. I know this. I'm looking for a way to stop what's about to happen. Not that I would be able to do anything about it.
Then
Are you talking about
maybe
Marlos?
we could.
Marlos.
He's the one we knew as summoning Ogreymok. Ogreymok? Am I saying that right?
Ogreymok.
Ogreymok. We're here to stop him. If you're doing the same thing, then maybe you can help us.
Or we can help you.
Either way.
We can help each other.
I'm not sure where Marlos is, but he's probably in his temple.
And you said that was far below?
Yes, this monastery is a front.
Aye. That's why it brought us this way.
It's the veil we use to cover over the world to hide from wandering eyes. This monastery, there's a secret passage in this place. I cannot tell you where. I'm sure you will find it. You follow it, and you will find him, I'm sure.
So you're part of the cult?
Not at all.
What are you
I
part
am
of the
just
monks?
a humble sorcerer.
Well, what are you looking up to try and stop it? Is it something we can help you with? Something
She knows some
something
magic.
unique? Yeah, no.
Roll arcane check.
Arcane check. Natural 20.
You probably would not be able to understand.
So a 19. Isn't your intelligence minus 1?
No, it's a 0
Oh.
bubble. So it's a 20. You said I wouldn't understand.
You probably would not understand.
I don't know if I need to understand it so much as being able to help you. Like, do you need something? Can we get something?
I need no help.
Alright. So we're going after Courtyard then? And then obviously Marlos after that?
Yeah, they're probably together.
Time out, which one was Corvo the one we
Courtyard
fought?
was the one we fought, the one just downstairs. The one we were chasing initially. Marlos, we were told about that from
That's right.
Holbrook out front. He
That's
showed me the
right.
book with
That's right.
Stone Golem and all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we need to go find this passage. Take care of Marlos.
And he's not going to tell us where it is.
Apparently not.
It's down in the basement. We know that much.
Alright then. I guess we're off. I'm gonna go take a look for this Courtyard guy, and then after that, Marlos. Whatever you're doing, if it can help, please figure it out soon. We could use it, I guess.
If there's anything else we need to know, that information would be quite handy at this point.
You've all hung around my room for far too long. If you don't leave now, I'm going to fill this room with poisonous gas. Please leave.
Kind of a dick.
Yeah. Kind of.
Do we have any reason to like fuck with him, or we just go?
We have no reason.
Nah.
Put the
He's-
crown back on. Just ease on.
Neither our enemy nor our ally at this point. We'll
Alright.
head back down.
We'll go take care of your dirty work. You sit here reading books and being a dick. As I leave.
As you all exit his room, the door slides shut angrily behind you all as you stand in the little foyer, and as you start to make your way a little bit further, you start to feel like this fatigue, almost as if you just walked through a barrier of weight. You just kind of can't.
All of
quite-
us?
Yes, temporarily, of course.
Well, I guess we pissed him off.
Can't imagine why.
Like we're just like we're like walking slow, or just
Yeah, your speed is reduced temporarily.
To what? Half?
Yeah, you're just slowed. Not like slow. You're just walking slowly at the moment.
Okay.
You had to say something, didn't you?
Aye, man was a dick. Still not even sure I believe him.
Alright, we'll keep going. Back down.
You want to go back down?
Yep.
I feel like we should probably check out the courtyard.
Well, that's the only way to go unless we backtrack all the way.
Mm-hmm. So,
Right, but he said it was downstairs.
We did.
And we didn't check all.
Okay.
Nope. We'll,
We need to go to the left.
So,
I think we're looking.
You
at
guys
the
make your
monastery,
way
we go
back
to the left.
into the crypt.
Yep. And we'll go through the hallway we went through the first time.
Far
with
west.
the poison stuff?
No, yeah, this way.
You want to go south?
Yeah, south.
Towards DM.
Yeah, I don't know which way is which.
I'm south. You
Or
guys
north.
are north.
And
The
then
compass
west.
would be towards my perception, not yours.
Okay.
Go west.
Okay. So you guys make your
You
way
wanna go
through the
straight
crypt.
through?
Oh, did we go over the top corner?
Yeah, because that's where the poison was. Right here is where that poison
No, but
was.
we went further, didn't we?
I went in
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's just.
It's just a dead end.
Cool.
Let's go straight through into that room. See where that
So-
leads us for now.
Heading south at the intersection.
Yes.
Okay.
So as you approach the door, you press up against it and kind of put your ear next to it, and your passive perception tells you that you can hear a little bit of commotion on the other side of this door.
Cool.
Yay!
You ready?
All right.
Stepped
so
up.
let's stand back.
I'll try and.
I was just gonna throw mage hand, throw the door open.
Awesome.
25 on the
Oh,
stealth
you
check.
do what you do what you do, babe.
Don't
You do
steal all my fun.
it. Take it. Boom, baby. Emperor's New
Um,
Groove shit.
is it wood door?
This is a wooden door.
Kicking it down.
Go right ahead.
17.
So he's
17 is good enough.
thaumaturgy as he kicks the door to make the sound of it like splintering even louder, just like blaring it.
Okay. So as you kick open the door with such theatrics,
We are
Bunch of
all
screaming
about
children.
I would like to say that I might be over here.
I'm behind Kath as he's kicking this door down, obviously.
I stepped up behind everyone else.
yep. So as you kick open this room, in front of you, you see it's a relatively medium-sized room. There's a well in one of the corners, and attached is a wench with a bucket for fetching water. And scattered throughout the room are barrels of hay, and one particularly large, smelly barrel of hay, all on top of which rest stinky, angry ogres.
Awesome.
Cool.
And the water freaks me out because I'm like, it's gonna be an octopus surgeon.
No.
Every time he mentions water, I'm like, no.
So, as you burst open the door and you walk into the door frame, the silhouette of you, daunting half-orc,
exactly how it's done.
standing in the doorway with
He said it,
theatrics we have.
did.
I did.
Wait, you're not a giant?
No, he didn't say ogre because we're fighting ogres.
One of the ogres looks up at the door and with a show the pass sign. Okay. And they all kind of like look at each other and go back at ease. They let their weapons down as you kind of enter the room, and they kind of go back about their business, lay back down, head back to sleep a little bit.
Okay.
What do we see when we're in here besides?
That's what I just told you.
I mean, is that a door or windows on the other side?
You see a door straight ahead of you, and you see a door off to your right.
Keep going south.
Do we ask about Corvo?
Yeah.
Hey, which way do you go?
Are they asleep, or they're still?
A few of them are asleep, but you can see that the large one that's in
There's
the...
more than 2?
Yeah, there's more than 2 in there. There's 4 in there, but I only have 2 figures
Oh,
to
yeah, that's
display. One of them's laying down, so the one that's over by the pool, which is fine. He appears to be the larger of the group, and you would assume that he would be the leader. And he kind of... What?
Where'd Corvo go?
Haven't seen him around in some time.
Alright, if you see him, we're looking for him.
Okay. He goes back to his business. He's up against the wall.
I back out. I don't turn around, but I back out.
Why are you backing out?
They haven't seen him in a long time.
So we'll just keep moving through and just keep going.
But if they're in this room and they haven't seen him,
We need to figure out where this passageway in this place is. So let's just keep going.
Going south.
Yep.
never mind then.
See that the door that leads to the south is another wooden door, very similar to the one that Kath just kicked in.
I love that they didn't care that we kicked the door.
I know.
They're just like, it's normal. We'll get a new one.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
I'll just regular open this next one.
Trap explosion. You're dead.
See the door doesn't happen to be locked; it's ajar. You're able to just kind of
Push it
right
right.
open.
Alright.
As you make your way in, you walk down a very small hallway that ends up forking to the left and to the right. Off to your right-hand side is just what appears to be a couple of other corridors. And to your left is just a straight shot all the way back.
Can you scroll a little bit for me?
I suppose I could give you a little bit of the map.
Well, shall we go left?
Yeah.
Let's go east.
Okay.
Yep.
You have a suicidal overtime. Squirts like going into his head.
Nice.
It's not that smart.
No,
Clearly.
Anyway, sorry.
they're typically not a very smart race.
I see what you did there.
Okay. As you make your way down,
Smarter than these two.
probably. As you make your way down the hallway, straight ahead of you, you see a giant cage. You see these rooms that seem to have been carved out of the wood or out of the stone. So these aren't really natural, and they're covered in iron cages with locks on them, and inside happen to be prisoners. Seem to be there for quite some time. It's almost as if you've stumbled upon a
Jail?
mini jail.
How many?
How many prisoners do you see? On the first cell there on your left, you see 3. Straight ahead, you see 2, and off on the far right, you see 4. Total of 9.
Mix of races and gender.
Mostly human, both male and female.
They're monks, aren't they?
Your passive perception would determine that these seem to be the monks that occupy this monastery.
Is one the handsome one that we met
Is
earlier?
Myloff in there?
However, this is complete darkness. There is 0 light in this area.
Dark vision!
Though you guys may be able to see, our humans cannot.
Oh, yeah.
So as they are all in their cages, they hear your approach. And they start to get a little worried, some as they start to shuffle and quiver.
Looks like we gotta go take care of those ogres, don't we?
No, I
If
reach
we
in my bag
intend on
and I
getting them
pull
out.
out my
We're getting them
my
out.
daylight orb. That you gave me, the magical orb that creates light. You didn't really
We
give me
could
like a
just
breakdown of
get
how to
an
do
orb.
it or what it requires, but
You speak the magic words, and it illuminates and fills the room with UV light.
What are the magic words, Maeve?
I don't know. I've never given magic words.
What
Well,
are
you
they?
identified it, so you do know what the words are. So
Yeah.
tell me what the words are.
Oh, I get to make it up.
That's what I was
I
wondering.
see.
Oh, okay.
Sunshine.
I don't know.
Itsy bitsy spot.
Something. I don't know. You've got to put me on the spot. I wasn't expecting it.
6 years of improv, just going right down the shitter.
I know,
I
right?
never did improv.
I think I paid for all those classes.
Light her up.
Flame on!
No.
Oh my
Trademark.
God, no.
As you utter the
You okay
words,
there, Erica?
as you utter the words to illuminate this orb, a bright flash of light comes streaming out of it, and it instantly fills the room. And everybody's eyes inside the cages are all. Oh, they haven't seen light in however long. Their pupils are so dilated that they could seemingly go blind at this very moment just from the sheer light of
Yes,
the
that's a
aggressive
fact.
light in this room.
You can use another word.
Probably. Anyways,
Now that there's light, do any of them look like Miloth? Is it part of the group?
you do not identify him as
Okay.
being in this room with your passive perception, Mr. 14.
Quietly,
How about Mr. 17?
I'm
17 doesn't do it either.
I get up like towards the middle of
Mr.
everything because
22.
we're not that far. We're not that far from everything, and I'm trying to hold the orb
Yeah,
so everyone
22.
can see me. We'll see light or whatever.
You're 15.
And I'll as quietly as possible be like, "It's alright. We're not part of the Black Earth cult. Forgot the name of it.
Sounds right.
And I was like,
I don't remember either.
we're the friends of Milos. We're here to get you out, but you're gonna have to wait. It's not safe yet."
No! They all start murmuring and crying.
Quiet. There's ogres just around the way. They think we're part of them, but we're not.
Roll of persuasion.
Persuasion is not very good. That's an 11.
So they don't really listen to you. They're still quite fearful of your presence, and more so now that there's a mystic ball of light that's shining into this room.
Okay,
They're
I'm
monks.
gonna.
They're not like cavemen.
You also don't know what happened to
Or how
them.
long.
Or
they've
how
been
long
here.
Or how long they've
I'm gonna
been
go to
there.
the first cage of 3 people. Let's split up. Let's all talk to a group. Like we're in this area. Like since they're scared of her now, so I'm gonna talk to these 3.
Why don't we could just go?
Well, let's take care of the ogres and get them out of here.
I was just gonna tell them that we're okay.
We can do that when we let them out.
Okay.
They'll be.
If they're all scared of us now, let's take it. Like we don't need
Still
to
do
alert
it if you want to.
I mean, you
let's
can,
go-
whatever
Let's
you
go
do,
ahead.
but-
Let's go take down the ogres.
What-
So
be back.
let's see what's on the other side. See if there's more
Like
prisoners.
this way?
Yeah.
He's like, because those are just 3 cages.
Okay.
So
Alright,
did I just go through a crack?
perhaps.
We can do persuasion. Just tell them we'll be back for all of them to get them out of here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we'll
persuasion,
clear
please.
the way
Yeah.
first.
What are we doing?
Persuasion.
You're not doing anything.
Fuck you, I'll roll again. I can eat a bag of dicks.
20.
Nice.
22.
17.
15.
22.
You're the one that made them all cry.
Seriously, yeah. There's just because you roll a 22 doesn't mean you can instantly lick their buttholes now.
I don't plan on licking any of their buttholes. They look disgusting.
They have not showered
Once
in
they
a
get
long
a
time.
bath.
Okay,
You're saying there's a
they're
chance.
at least content enough to
I
know
shut off
that.
the light.
How do you do that? Speak the words to shut off the orb.
Shut it up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Light it up, shut it up. Yeah,
That's
that'll work.
fair. I'll
Thanks, Fallout Boy.
and
It's
and
only
with
half.
and with that, the light in the room instantly goes to pitch black darkness, and you put the orb back into your butthole.
It's not in my butthole.
Where
It's
is
in
it?
a bag.
In your butthole.
The fuck?
I
What's
didn't
with
hear
you
where
and
you came-
buttholes right now? You're licking and shoving shit up in the last 2 minutes.
You do have an obsession today with the butthole.
How you doing?
There was gonna be a joke in there.
So what are we doing?
Alright, so
Butthole-
we've told
wait, what?
everybody that
Starting a new D&D campaign?
we've told
I feel like I
everybody.
need an adult.
We've told everybody
an
that we're
adult.
coming back for
I
them.
know.
We've told everybody that we're coming back for them. I would like to roll to stealth up now that the lights are out.
Okay.
And so
That'll escalate real quick.
Real quick.
17.
Hey, I see you.
Cal can see me.
Cal's the only one that can see you.
Arena winks at Cal. Okay,
Oh,
let's go.
we still on the butthole thing?
Oh my god.
No.
Help!
So you leave your prisoners behind and you make your way back down the
They're not
hallway.
our prisoners. Let's clarify something really quick.
He said behind.
So we're moving forward.
You're moving forward down the hall, back the way you came.
Yes.
There's a
Yes.
passage on your right-hand side, which is a wooden door that's still left open from when you left before, and inside you see the 4 ogres that are just leaning up against their straw pallets. Up ahead you see a continuing hallway with a couple more corridors.
Keep going straight. Towards the corridors.
We'll see,
Cowell starts making his way down the hall.
we'll see how far it goes, and if it keeps going for a while, we'll go back
Yeah.
and get them.
Kyle makes his way down the hall, and as he makes his way up to another impasse, there's a way straight forward, to his left and to his right. Straight ahead is complete darkness, as it looks like it whips over to the left-hand side. To the left, he sees that it just ends into a dead end of rubble. To his right-hand side, it appears as though the corridor whips around to the left.
Okay, but here.
You want to see what that's about?
Yeah, we'll move up though.
Okay, so as you make your way down, I need you to both roll a dex saving throw.
More spores.
8.
21.
Damn it. Okay, so Keth, as you guys are making your way down through this little mini corridor here, you pass across some of the God, gross. As you're making your way around the corner, you pass up against some of the fungi that you recognize from earlier in this dungeon. 18 plus 5 is probably going to slap you, and it's going to do 10.
10 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
And then as you make your way around the corner, you see that it's just a dead end full of rubble.
Alrighty. We'll
I
go
hop
back.
off of Kev's back.
Pretty much.
Alright. Let's go take care of those ogres, because I think this path, as I point over here, goes on longer, so.
You point to the north on your...
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're taking care of the ogres?
We'll take care of them and then get these people out of here.
Stealthing up.
We can at least get the constable on it.
I'll re-stealth
I
as
forgot
well.
he's still up there. We took an 8-hour rest and the constable's
I'm
still
sure
up.
he-
27
Well, he knows what we're
to
doing.
stealth?
I do not see it.
Are we stealthing up? Are you stealthing up too?
I'm stealthing
Sure!
The 2 DPS guys are going to be stealthing up.
up. 18.
I cast guidance on myself
Okay, to gain a D4.
because I have
Low.
I got a disadvantage roll.
Damn it!
You have a disadvantage roll?
I'm in.
Motherfucker!
Okay, that's better than I thought. I thought that was a 1.
And
Oh.
ooh,
That would've
11.
been bad.
But I get a D4 roll.
Yep.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
4, baby.
Well, it's not gonna matter. Extra 2. 13 with disadvantage.
Okay.
You rolled a 2.
9.
Oh,
Wolf.
9
You
total.
said
Okay.
4, I was like-
I thought you meant like 4, but still. It's
No, I
not
meant
good.
for his guidance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, D4. I had to roll.
Gross.
Yeah, I didn't actually
we're not-
want him to roll a 4.
No, I thought you.
I thought you
two,
rolled a
and
4,
Yours
that's
was
what-
a +2. That's
No,
why.
I
you
rolled
rolled
a
a
20
20?
and a 7.
I rolled a 10 and a 9. So,
See, I thought
That's
you rolled
pretty
a
good.
20 and a 1.
I rolled 17.
alright, so. Overall, we're not
I
very
rolled
stealthy.
a 11.
Then again, we could probably just walk into the room. They would be like, hey,
There's
two
only-
guys again, and then just sneak attack someone.
Okay.
Alright, we'll roll back into the room.
Alright, so the door is still wide open.
I'll go first.
Are we just going into the room?
With them, yeah.
Put a 1 and a 2 on there for me,
I
please.
thought
on,
about
beds.
maybe bottlenecking, but
We can still go into the room and kind of.
Okay, so
I'm gonna stay right outside the door frame. I'm gonna be right in the
I'm
door
guessing
frame.
the 2 shooters are back there. Yeah.
Shooters.
McGavin.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm guessing you're
I'm the
yeah,
shooter.
You're over here. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not that far. We're basically side by side on that square.
Yep.
Okay, so as you guys enter the room, the main leader that spoke to you before kind of leans back up and looks back over. Make the pass sign.
I was just.
They're not very smart, man. They can't write your
And they can't see me.
Damn,
or
it's
her.
been like 10 minutes. Alright.
Okay. He kind of leans back up against as if nothing was happening now.
Is he closing his eyes?
He goes back to close his eyes. They're all kind of resting now, paying no attention to your presence.
The other 3 are just pretty much asleep, right?
2 of them are asleep, 1 and 2.
1 and 2 are asleep.
I'll try
So
and coup
there's-
de grace too.
Make a move. Cowboy.
So there's 4.
I'll move, or you want me to roll for it?
No, why don't you explain it to me?
I'm just essentially gonna take like 2 steps over to the one that's asleep and just try and cut off his head.
Drive your sword through.
Or
his
yeah,
neck.
or go right through his neck or chest or whatever. I'm just straight up doing a whoosh.
Okay, through number 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fair enough.
Prone, advantage, unresponsive.
Well, it's a coup de grace. I mean,
I
Yeah,
know.
roll a
Sleight of hand to see if you get away with it.
well, if he's not paying
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah, none of
the
them
other
really
ones.
know what you're doing at the moment. You're basically going to be able to get away with this.
Right.
I can't even make you roll for it. So yeah,
gonna say, is
our
it
number 2
good
guy
roll?
just kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's more of like a interpretation role too, kind of. Because it's a helpless character. It's not like you're gonna like.
It's like sneaking up and slitting the throat.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a big sword.
But it is a
And-
big sword.
But he's doing like the full like chopping the head off for the guy who's not armored really or anything.
Or right.
It's almost like you're hacking a log,
Right.
just kind of up, straight down,
You
guillotine
can't
style.
really miss that.
Not really, especially if
You
they're
rolled a 1,
laying
you
in the
could.
bed.
Right.
So go ahead and roll a d20 just to see how successful it is.
Roll a 1 and you fucked it up.
Is that a 1?
Yep.
Don't you have advantage on prone creatures? I'm just
So
saying. He's technically
how,
prone.
so this is how it's gonna work. So
Alrighty then.
you reach your blade straight up and
You had to say it.
just like a
You rolled
guillotine,
it.
straight down, you lop his head clear off, and with that, the other 3 kind of orcs stand to attention, and they begin with the initiative, guys. However, because it's a 1, you're taking a big disadvantage to your initiation, or your
Initiation.
initiative.
Number or just disadvantage in general.
Disadvantage.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll initiative, everyone.
But he's doing it at disadvantage
He is, yes,
to see how low you are. Alright, fair enough.
because he's gonna drop low.
No, I'm not.
21.
Okay.
I 16.
27.
Son of a bitch, you're always first.
Dude.
What'd you end up with, Chris?
16.
And you were what, 17?
20,
Josh, what are you?
He was 20. No.
Josh, what are you?
21. I was 21.
Thank you. Keth?
16.
So Nate was last.
Yep. Yikes.
Okay.
Well, if it was time to roll a 1 on anything,
I whisper
that was
back to Arena while she's like, stay close to me.
Mm-hmm.
In case they throw things.
That's kind of all they got.
Alright, Kyle, what are you doing in this room?
That's the big guy up against the well, right?
Up against the well is our boss man.
All right, I'll go ahead and mark him with my hunter's mark.
Okay.
And since I'm stealth, I'll have advantage on this.
Yeah, you are.
So I'll take the -5.
You are boss.
17.
17 hits.
8, 12, 22 damage on that attack.
Okay, keep going.
Jesus.
Sharpshooter, baby.
Yep.
-5 again.
Okay.
And then that's good. Yeah, that's gonna miss. 8.
Yeah, that misses. And your third attack.
Yep.
It's not one terrible.
So that's going to be 16.
Yes.
Alright, I took my -5. So 10, 20, 28 damage on that one.
Jesus Christ.
So you just did 50 damage to that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
We
Okay.
have the same thing essentially where we can take that extra damage.
Right. Alright,
And I'm
so
done.
as Kath guillotines the bed, calling attention to the other
Kiss
3
my,
ogres in this
stalker.
room, they all get up and get ready to pounce on you, and with that, Eric leads 3 arrows into the main boss, leaving an open spot for Erica to make a move. What do you do in Arena?
All right, I'm gonna slide past Maeve and run up on number 1. And since I'm stealth, I'm gonna be using my sneak attack. So last week we figured out that at my higher levels, I have 3 spells that work at higher levels. Right when I hit level 5, my green flame blade increases by 1d8 fire damage.
Okay.
Didn't know that before.
There we go.
So, and also the person that if there's someone within 5 feet, that person gets a 5d8. I mean 1d8.
Yeah, it goes up as well.
1d8 instead of just 5 plus my
It goes up 1.
So I'll be doing my rapier damage.
Unfortunately, you're too far away for any splash damage to hit anybody
I know,
else,
I know.
but you'll be able to do what you need to do to this guy.
Yeah. So my fire damage will be the
Roll to attack.
green.
Okay. Fire should be red, don't you think?
I don't have any red ones.
It also is a
No.
green
D8?
flame blade.
It's a d8, yes.
Green flame blade. There you go. I like
That's what I'm using for
That's
my
gonna be a
rapier.
red one.
And 23
it. Yes.
to hit. Yeah. So the green one will be the flame blade and
Cool.
I'll use that. 20 damage.
Damn. Okay.
And then I will disengage from him and come up next to this bed right here next to Keth.
Next to the dead ogre.
Yes.
Or, yeah, ogre.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So our man at the water is now trying to jump over onto everybody. He is going to roll an athletics and kind of hop right over the well and charge forth. And the first person in front is Maeve. If you're in the doorway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was right. I
Okay.
started.
Because otherwise, it's going straight to Keth, depending
I was-
on where your thing is.
I was standing right next to Kat. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so since you're in front of Keth and he's kind of just going for the first thing he can, he goes to try and swing at you. 13 is not going to do anything, so unfortunately he's not going to be able to do much. But he's now engaged with you, but next to Keth. Keth, you're up.
Okay, I will swing around here behind him
You gain advantage.
to gain advantage. I'll take my -5.
You get a couple of swings.
I do get a couple of swings. That is 21.
Okay.
So 10, 25
Damage?
for first damage. Yep. Then my second swing, I'll do the -5 again.
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
I mean, 18 still hits, but yeah, no crit. But
No math. And That one will be 24 damage.
Alright, very good. So actually, he's now bloodied and bashed and bleeding profusely, and he kind of gets down on one knee as he's huffing and puffing. Our other guy from the far end is got a javelin by his bed. He picks it up and he hurls it at the back of Keth.
Am I within 5 feet?
No.
Of that? 5 feet?
5 feet of cat.
No, you'd be about 10 because you're flanking with
Alright,
it,
never
so
mind.
sorry, you can't
I
use
don't know
your
how far you
shield.
move, so. Worth a shot.
21 to hit.
That would be a hit.
It would have hit me anyway.
How does that go?
That would be it.
Be a hit. For 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay, Maeve, what are you doing? You have flanking opportunity here. The ogre is now. He's not prone, but he's down on one knee and he's huffing and puffing. So it
He's looking
appears
pretty
as
bad?
though he's looking pretty bad. And with him being on his knee, you were like
Eye level.
head to head with him now. He's about your height.
Okay.
Take a swing at him.
Yeah, I'll take a swing with advantage. I just
You gonna uppercut him with your hammer?
I'm going for the temple if I can. Just coming straight across.
Croquet.
Yeah, if I can. One better. 14 to hit.
Yes.
Cool. Whee, where'd you go? Die. There you are. 9 damage.
Okay. And that's enough. As you give it a nice big swing to his temple, his head moves with your swing, and he kind of falls into Keth, but Keth is standing sturdy, and he just bounces right off and just lands into a big pile of armor and guts. Kyle, what are you doing, my man? You're in the hallway now. Guy's down. You got a guy in the left-hand corner, a guy in the right-hand corner, both in good distance for you.
Alright, and did he see me?
They do not see you. You have advantage on whatever you need. You were in the hallway. You were in the door.
Yay!
Don't forget your hunter's mark.
Oh, I don't forget about the hunter's mark. I'll go ahead and move my mark to number 1 there in the corner.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Attack number 1.
Yep.
Miss.
Damn.
I rolled 2 4s.
That's fair. So
Since I didn't say it the last time, I'm gonna say it this time. -5 on this attack.
nice. So 2 arrows go flying through the air. One of them. Well, the first one missed.
Yeah. $15.
Yes.
Alright, so that's gonna be 10, 24 damage.
24 damage.
24 damage.
Jesus. Very good. So 2 arrows come flying through past Maeve's shoulder. One of them hits into the wall, and the other one hits him right into the shoulder blade, kind of throws him off. All right, Arena, what are you doing?
I'm gonna run up on him with the green flame blade again.
Okay.
And it's actually good that this is green because it's green flame. And I'm gonna miss terribly.
Well, what was it?
13?
13 hits.
13? Okay. Never mind.
A lot of hit points.
Yeah, high hit points, low AC, and vice versa.
For 8 points.
For
of
8 points of damage.
With one of them being the fang.
The flame.
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
going
fair.
to, I'm gonna
Disengage.
disengage and go over here next to this,
Over to the puddle.
to the giant
well.
fountain, the well.
And go past these 2 guys and kind of crop up on top of the
Yep.
well. Yep.
Crouch.
Crouch.
Crouch hop.
Crouch out. Crop.
Assassin's
It's
Creed.
crop.
Crouch. Mm-hmm.
We make up words here, and by we, it's.
I was gonna say
Only
we.
you.
I should write a dictionary.
Made up words.
Made up words by
Hey,
Anthony Dane.
all words are made up at one point.
True story. So our boss is now gone. Keth, what are you doing?
I'll turn around at the guy on the bed here.
Number 2.
Yeah. And I will take a swing at him.
Mm-hmm.
Just regular one. That'll be a 23.
Yep.
$10 damage.
Yep.
Still kicking.
Still kicking.
I'll swing again.
So we got 2 sword swings. One of them is a miss. But you make a good slice, and now you're engaged.
Oh.
So cute.
We love each other.
Right? But then he goes to swing back at you and misses terribly.
I thought we loved each other.
Terribly.
That's why he missed. He's
Lover's
like,
quarrel.
I can't!
Right?
Can't quit you.
Yeah, right. You've kind of got him so intimidated. And then our guy in the corner picks up another javelin off to the side. You can see that he's only got a couple of them left, but he's just going to hurl one now at the back of you, and he actually rolls a natural 20.
Woo. Ouch, son.
Sorry.
God, I'm not there to catch that.
No reason to be sorry. I never am when I crit you.
That's a good point, so I'm not sorry anyway. So you're going to take 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. What do you got, Maeve?
I'm gonna look over at the one that Keth's fucking with.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna.
Whoa, whoa.
Hold it.
We don't do that when people are around.
Wisdom save.
6 then.
Nope. And since he's taking damage, it's 2d12 for a whopping 8.
Okay.
That's it.
Better than 2.
Very good. What are you doing, Cal?
Do I still have advantage?
You still have advantage being in the hallway. Nobody knows you exist until you enter that room.
I'll take the -5.
Are you taking
It's like
our guy in the corner with
Keeping, yep.
Okay.
They know
I
something's
rolled
there.
and I
They
feel
just
like
don't know what.
whipping that.
Yeah, but they're also really stupid. Like, their intelligence is -3. Their wisdom -2.
They
Charisma
are
-2.
really stupid.
Ogres are not smart.
No.
19,
They only believe
To
what they
attack?
see. Yes.
I knew they were dumb, but boy, I didn't think they were.
25 damage.
Okay. So your one arrow goes flying through the air and it lobs him right in the head and pins him right up into the corner of the wall right in front of Keth. You can see the life quickly leaving his face.
Excellent. And then for a bonus action, I'll move my Hunter's Mark over to that guy in the corner.
Got it? And then take your second attack?
Yep.
Okay.
-5.
Yep. The one that nobody's hit yet.
We've just been making our way around the room.
As you should.
21.
Alright, 21 hits.
Alright, 10, 19, 26 damage.
Okay. Very good. Marina, what are you doing now?
I'm going to look at this. He's the last man on the
On
field.
the cord.
Yep.
In the room.
Sports ball!
He's
The
lost
arrow
all
that
the
went
stars.
flying through the air, it kind of... He doesn't know it exists, but he's very well aware of the room because he really can only see the three of you.
Okay. I'm going to ask him to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
That was very
That's
nice.
very kind.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was very nice.
Sir, Ogre,
He will
sir, could
happily
you
oblige.
please make a con save for me?
7.
Okay, so you're gonna take 2d6 of cold damage, and you have disadvantage on your next weapon attack.
That's great.
Nice.
I just gave myself the D.
So that will be 9.
9 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Frosted.
Frosted. That was frostbite.
I remember that one. I like it. Okay.
That's
Okay.
worked. Yay.
What do you
All right. Roll up.
Yep.
And we'll take a swing.
Yep. So you come charging at him with your great sword.
Yep.
Almost a crit.
Almost crit.
All right.
That would be 14 damage.
Okay.
And my second attack. I'm glad I didn't take the -5 that time. That is 17.
17 hits.
That's the second time I've done that.
Roll the same number.
Yep. 9 damage this time.
Math is fun.
It is, and I am done.
All right, very good. So now that you're right up on him, he's going to try taking a swing at you.
Disadvantage.
Unfortunately, he has disadvantage, and he's not going to do anything to you. Maeve, what are you doing?
The one that I killed that's right where Arena is pretty much standing. Is he like on the ground, slumped up?
The one that's up on Keth?
No,
No, the
the
one that
first
was
one we
dead.
the boss I
The-
killed,
yeah.
like that would have been sitting right here. Like,
Oh,
is
you
he-
want to know what his dead body looks like?
Yeah.
He's just leaning up against the well.
Cool. I just take a couple steps forward and just take my shield and like gong him against the head. And I cast Toll the Dead.
Yeah, using him instead of the hammer. I like it.
3.
Okay, so you're going to take 4,
I accept.
9, 13 damage
All right, so
of necrotic.
So you just kind of smugly take your shield and bash it up against the dead body's head, giving it a nice little ring in that reverberating direction. And with that, he kind of quivers. He quivers his head, and his head just kind of pops from the inside. You can hear it. If you can hear a pin drop, you can hear the burst of his head inside. Then he just kind of falls at your feet.
Woo! Sweet.
Roll to pick up arrows.
Right on.
Each one of us
Crit.
put one of those down.
Is there anything
Alright,
I
take
can,
'em.
I think so.
Take
Is
'em
there
all.
any loot in here,
Take
maybe?
one, right?
Is there anything
No,
I
not
see
all.
this
And I
week?
killed
Take
the
your
guy in
bonus
bed.
one because it was even.
Yeah.
What?
Is there anything worth looking at in here? Kind of like examine that well?
Tell me what you want to examine.
You said there was a well with like a rope and but like.
Yes, there is.
Is it like the water's at the top or it's like
Well,
a
that's
well?
what you gotta
Okay,
roll a
well, that's-
perception
alright.
for.
Okay. Perception.
I'm gonna look for the
four.
keys.
That's a 20 total.
Okay, so Maeve is looking down at the boss's dead.
In the well. The boss in the well.
There's blood crawling.
Yeah, no, there was one over. It's in that.
Oh, well, I think he's over here with me now.
Yeah, it was on our Skittles.
So Maeve looks down at the dead boss and looks at the well and kind of peers down inside of it and sees that the water level is very low and the apparatus that holds the bucket is very rickety. It's almost as if this has been used quite often over however many years it's been here, but currently there doesn't seem to be enough water in it. Perhaps it hasn't been filled or there's something wrong. Keth, roll perception on the body.
I was also looting.
you weren't.
24.
Dude, since I'm
Kev
standing
just
over-
did.
Oh,
Because
Oh, no.
you examined the thing
No, you're-
while
That's
he
over.
was...
which
Over
one were
Oh,
you
you're doing the
examining?
far one?
I
I'm
was
going
gonna.
to
I was.
He
gonna
said he was going to look for...
The keys to the.
So
cells.
examining the boss at the well around where Maeve is, you find that there's a key around his neck. It's a
I
silver key.
take that key.
Okay.
I'm gonna check the one that is at the bed. Dropping things.
Perception.
13. No, 16.
Okay. On him, you can see that there, on the other body of one of the ogres there, you can see that in his little loins there seems to be a nice little tan pouch.
Okay. I'm gonna take that pouch.
If you take the pouch inside, you see that there happens to be a slight collection of silver, approximately 75, with 35 gold in the bottom of it.
Okay. Okay.
As we're looting and doing that, once we get the keys. Alright, we need to get these people out of here as fast as we can.
Okay.
picture the way out.
We can just go
Remember
up
those
the stairs.
Those two gargoyles turned their heads at us when we were in that room.
We can go
There are also many ways out of this place.
up the stairs and into the courtyard through that secret door.
Yeah, but that courtyard's got gargoyles.
We can take care of the gargoyles while we get the people out of the courtyard.
Okay.
That's what we're here for. We're gonna protect them on our way out.
Here's like a cult.
Right, but we need to take care of these people.
I'm not saying we don't. I'm saying which way you go. Try and go. We could go out the way we came through the crypt
Right.
and out the front door, or
If these
you'd have to go
people-
back up the stairs to the creepy necro dude.
There was a door on the side, remember?
Yeah, but it's still towards his thing.
Yeah.
If he's still pissed at us and hears us taking a shitload of people up his staircase, he might not be happy.
Was there a door to his room
Yeah,
at the top?
he's
or
the
is it just
sliding
the
door.
Yeah, the sliding door.
I'm just saying.
Roll intelligence.
7.
You don't remember much of that room.
Alright.
These people are the monks that used to live here. I think they'll make their own way out. Do we need to escort them all the way, or could they make it to a specific point where they can get out?
We could.
Just remember the main door we're gonna have to go through has those two gargoyles.
There's probably more ways out. I think there's a way out through the courtyard.
I say we wait until we actually clear out this monastery before we let them out.
We don't know what else is around here. We didn't even check the left side of the mountain.
So I know, but we have a clear path now to take care of
It's
them.
been
Yes.
8 hours.
We just went up there.
Like, don't forget, we still got.
We didn't leave.
Yeah, but
just went up to the
Corvo.
Yeah, we still got
Here.
Corvo.
Yeah, but the
And skeletons.
courtyard takes us back into that one room and takes us to the front door.
All
I
in all,
agree.
from the moment of you guys waking up to the moment that we are in now, roughly 9.5 hours to 10 hours have passed.
Wait, since we
Since
woke
we
up.
woke
Since we
up?
woke up.
No, since you went to bed.
Oh, shit. I was
shit,
gonna
I was
say,
about to say,
holy
what
shit.
the fuck?
So we've been up for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Basically, yes.
I hear what you're saying. I'm getting these people out now. If you want to keep going, that's fine. I'm doing this.
We weren't arguing.
I know.
He's talking in character.
I know, but I'm saying out of character. We're agreeing with you. We can get him out, but like we just gotta know which way you want to go.
We're gonna go up through the courtyard, and if we can't get out through the courtyard, we'll go through the front door. If those gargoyles attack us, we'll take them out.
All right.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm gonna stay here because they don't like me.
Wait, who? Oh, the people. Alright, so I'll go down the corridor again.
Alright, so Maeve and I will stay in this room and await for you guys to bring them through this room.
I'm gonna light a
and
torch.
meet up with you guys when you get here.
Because I think my globe thing only works once a day.
Correct.
Yeah.
Once a day, it recharges itself without having to do any action at dawn.
So I'll light a torch, go back in there, start unlocking, and we're here to take you out. We're gonna get out of this place so that you can get somewhere safe for now.
Ethereally, you hear Maeve saying, "That's what I fucking told you."
Okay, so Keth and Cowell, I imagine Cowell's
Yes.
going with. Okay, so Keth and Cowell make their way down the long hallway that leads back to the prisons. Mind you, this is still incredibly dark except for the light of your fire now, which has a decent range. It's illuminating quite well. And
Well,
as
easier
you,
on the eyes than
little
the
easier
UV
on the-
light of the...
Correct.
It's
And
like
as you
daylight, didn't say blinding daylight.
Well,
Well-
when you've been in the dark all this time, though.
remember.
That's why I closed my eyes when I did it. That opened up.
Anyways, as you're making your way down in front of all of the cells, you wave your torch in front of the cell and try and gain their attention.
Okay.
And as you do, they kind of look up at you, and behind the fire, they see you.
Yeah, but I'm dashing.
Roll a charisma.
My 21.
Okay, so they're willing to listen to you and try and get out of there. However, you notice that there's something preventing this from happening. There are bars between you and the people.
Does the key not work?
So you try to pull the key out and use it in the thing. Use a sleight of hand.
Sure. Just for a key?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is a 10.
Okay.
Well, let's see.
You're gonna try and pick the lock. Do you still have a lockpick, or are you gonna steal the key from him?
I'm gonna borrow the key from him if this doesn't work.
Okay.
We'll see
So
what
as
happens.
you stick your key in there and you try to give it a nice little turn, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Almost as if this key isn't meant for this particular lock.
Mmm.
For that
For the
Yeah.
cell.
for that cell?
Sure.
Go ahead and try it on.
We'll try a different one.
Okay, do a sleight of hand on another one then.
10.
So Cowell takes the key from Keth and approaches the furthest cell and tries to give it a nice little turn, and unfortunately it doesn't seem to want to work with you. Almost as if this key doesn't belong to this lock.
Go grab Maeve's hammer and go see if Raina's still got that key.
Not take
Okay.
my fucking hammer.
I'm gonna break this shit.
Use your fucking sword.
I'm gonna head
Magic.
back into the room.
Okay.
It's magic. That's right.
There's that door right there, right?
There is a door on the left-hand side.
Does it
between
have a
two
keyhole?
haystacks. Your passive perception shows that there is no keyhole to this door. It's just a door with a loop to kind of pull and push.
Okay.
It's a revolving door.
Okay.
You mean a hinge door?
Hinge door.
Yeah. That's,
Revolving door's the ones that
that's,
go.
thank you. That's what I meant. Glad
Okay.
you guys are on the same page.
So this key doesn't work on the cell doors. Kathy would love to borrow your hammer.
Not gonna happen.
I figured as much. Do you still have your silver key?
Yes.
Let's see if that works.
Alright, you can.
Trade keys.
You have the bronze key.
Oh, I have the bronze key.
I have the jade key.
Nope, we haven't found the jade key. We have
Dang
the bronze and the
it!
silver though.
Alright. Before you take
Anyway.
this, did you try all the doors? There are 3 cages, right? Did you try all 3 cages with the key? Because he said this key doesn't fit this lock.
Oh,
I-
did he say that
I
to
don't
you?
know.
Yeah, did I say that?
No, I'm asking him if he tried all the doors.
We tried 2 out of 3.
Okay, well I'll come with
Did
you.
you, or did you
Maeve,
try
are
the same one twice?
No,
I
I
tried
did
2 out of 3.
Okay, Maeve, are you okay for a moment if I go with Cal?
Sure.
Okay, I'm
Do
gonna
you think that key works on this door?
That door just has a.
Oh, that's right. Oh, totally forgot.
Okay, I'll go with
There's
him
no
to check the.
Keys.
Do I? Now that I.
Now that you're by yourself.
Well, it was. I can't speak. It was like shrouded. I didn't realize there was a door there at probably should be paying attention to that. I'll figure it out while they do that.
Okay. What are you doing in there?
Watching a door that I don't know that's
Okay.
not locked and easily pushed open to see if anything comes through.
Okay. So
Basically, yeah.
Arena goes back to meet Keth with Cowl, and as the three walk up,
I'll try the first room, the first lock with the 3 people in it,
with the bronze key.
with the bronze key.
So roll sleight of hand.
We're just gonna piss off that
25.
Okay. So you pull out your bronze key from underneath your little cloak, and you stick it in the lock and give it a nice little turn, and it seems to be fighting you. As you look down back onto it, you kind of find the right little groove, and then click. You turn the key ever so slightly, and the door just kind of swings open.
Okay. I'm gonna move to the next door. Do the same thing.
You need to retrieve the key.
Oh yes, I'm gonna take the key out of the door, then move to the next door and try the same thing.
Okay.
12.
Okay. So you remove the key and you go to the furthest one. You give it a nice little door unlocks and swings open.
Okay. I'll take the key back.
Last one.
And I'll move to the last door and do the same thing.
Okay.
25.
Okay. So you successfully managed to unlock the furthest cell as well. And
Okay.
with all doors open, all of the prisoners inside that are now kind of trying to cautiously make their way through the threshold as they make their way towards Keth and the flame, and they kind of just look up at him with these puppy dog eyes, kind of like, please help us, save us.
We're here to get you out. Is anyone hurt? Can everybody make their own way out?
I think we'll be fine, just please get us to safety.
We'll start escorting them out of the building.
I'm
The
retrieving the
caverns.
key from the door.
It's an escort
Okay.
mission.
At this time,
One buddy.
I walk through that door.
Now you walk through the revolving door?
I open it up.
Okay.
Hinge door.
Hinge door.
Hinge door! Damn it!
It's
Just
like a
destroy
saloon
the door
door.
for
It's
me.
like a saloon door, basically.
Destroy the door for me. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. So as you swing open the door that lies in front of you, you look down and you see that it's just a hallway that used to be a flight of stairs that is now covered
Collapse.
in rubble.
Anything worth looking at, or just that's it?
I mean, you could roll perception if you want.
Sure, why not? Maeve's just bored. 12. 14.
You see, there's a lot of rocks and rubble from a
I
cave-in.
kick a rock, and I'm like, this is bloody.
It's fair. It's fair.
We'll start heading them out and go through the secret door we went through. All the people.
The secret door.
The
that
secret
you
door
entered.
that leads to the courtyard.
That leads to the courtyard.
Oh, the one that
So we're
Maeve.
going back to the crypt, up the stairs, out
Go
that
into
door,
that first
across the courtyard, into
get-
the big room.
We'll get into the courtyard and see where that gets us.
Yeah.
Get my panda bear.
Okay, so you're
Take
going
the
back
panda
in.
bear.
So
Into
you
the
guys want to
crypt.
make your way into the
Stairs.
crypt, and then find your way in front of the door
go
that
up those
Maeve
first set
had.
of stairs to the first door on the right.
Come with me up the stairs first, and then if we need to, we can holler for these two to come up before the rest of the people come up,
Good idea.
and then we'll go
Alright.
up into the
roll,
courtyard.
roll a perception.
Kind of start pushing my way through the crowd. I'm like, coming through, here to save you. Like I said, excuse me, pardon me.
Push your way through, making your way downtown.
Yeah,
Through,
25.
walking
Walking
fast.
fast.
Faces
Um,
past.
And I'm home
now.
I have to make a new character now, don't I?
all you want to make your character.
That wasn't the worst song they could have gone with. Let's be honest here.
That's fair. So fortunately enough,
I just think it's Terry
as you go
Crews.
back
I know
through
Terry
into this crypt and you make your way around the corner and you look for that spot on the wall, you notice that it doesn't seem to be there at the moment.
Oh, really? Shocker.
You kind of put your hands up against it and you're wondering what's going on. Roll a perception.
14.
And as you're kind of rubbing your hands up against the wall, Maeve's making her way through the crowd and walks up on you and kind of slaps you in the side and looks over and gives the wall a nice little knock, and in doing so, it shatters away, and behind it shows the hidden door, almost as if it's still there, but it's slowly kind of coming back.
Took a minute.
Yeah,
He's redoing his arcane lock.
you
Slowly.
can tell he's trying to redo his locks.
But I have to make this quick.
Yeah, we are.
Melty Face doesn't want us coming this way anymore.
It's fine. We'll get through this quick and
Alright, so you and I are going up to
Yep.
the doorway and opening up first
We'll go
to
up
the
first
courtyard.
to the courtyard. Yep. Okay.
So you guys swing open the door. You make your way up, and you stand in that nice little foyer.
7 of them.
There's a door right there on your right-hand side that you remember leads out into the courtyard, and straight ahead you still see you see that metal sliding door, but the metal sliding door is no longer there. Now it seems to be a brick wall.
So we're not dealing with that one.
Nope, we are not dealing with that one.
Nope, we don't want to go out that way.
Then we'll go out into the courtyard and
Tell them to wait.
Tell them to wait, and yeah, we
I
got,
bring them up, but like not come out yet. Yeah.
yeah.
Someone should
So-
probably be at the end.
So you guys want to like keep them in that little foyer in our little magic hallway?
Yeah, and then we'll
And
go.
there's only got to be what,
Is
like
this-
a dozen or so.
There was 2,
Yeah.
3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total.
9. Okay.
So,
Yeah,
Or
9.
Cal could put them in the pocket dimension. In
I don't think
tiny
that works.
We'll just get them out.
Yeah.
They'd be there for an hour, but
And then
I
if
can't
something
move
happened,
them.
to us,
That's true.
Oh, and then
Well,
they
they'd
lost
just drop
forever.
out. No, they'd just drop out in an hour.
Oh, that's right. It just kind of poofs away.
Yeah.
All right.
And we also had to push them up into the pocket dimension.
Giggity.
All right. Are we taking them across the way into the room where we saw Quadabo?
there's the door right there. Right there to our right
Did
here.
we see that? Because it's shaded. I didn't know if we saw it.
Maybe we went through the whole corridor.
Oh no, we never
No,
went.
we
We
haven't.
never
We
went.
haven't
We haven't been in
been
this
to the
courtyard at all.
Nope, you've only looked at it through different angles.
Yep.
The door that you're currently in, and then
And
the
from
door
here.
furthest
Yeah.
away from you. So as you open the door and you kind of step out into this courtyard, it's
Cal looked out.
it's still daylight, bright, sunny, beautiful day. You can kind of feel the wind breeze as it's sweeping over through, and as you look forward, you see straight ahead the stairs that lead to the way that you remember where Corbo was.
Passive perception. Is there any other way out of the courtyard?
There is a door off to the right-hand side in the very stretch of the corner. You can see that there happens to be a door.
I will go check that door.
Okay,
I
so
will-
As he
I will-
slowly walks, I'm just gonna watch all whatever you said there were statues out there. But keep my eye on the statues.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. Perception check.
all right, roll active perceptions.
12. 17.
Okay, that's enough to be able to at least kind of see what's going on. So
I'm
as
scared
Keth
to see
is,
anything twitches.
Keth is making his way north to try and inspect the door, go ahead and roll a perception on the door. And
18.
okay, so you kind of lean up against the door and give it a nice little shove with your shoulder and realize that it is locked, but it has some give to it.
Okay.
Um,
I'll walk over.
I'll tell Arena that the door is locked and that I need her to fix.
I'm gonna watch him try to
Thank
open
you.
the door and have it not work, and then I'm gonna walk over to Strut.
Oh, she knows.
It
And,
occurs to me at this moment that right now, if anyone came up behind those,
Yeah, you guys are
malnourished,
not where you supposed to be.
everyone came out with me and
Do,
Ken.
do, 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 do. Alright, I don't see anything. Do, 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 do.
22 to pick the lock with my mage hand.
that's your sleight of hand.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so Arena leans up against the door and kind of pushes Keth away as he just kind of leans up against it and just kind of watches over it. And you crouch down and you start playing with your lockpicks. And go ahead and roll one more perception. Because you're actively watching these guys.
Natural one.
Oh, shit. Okay.
You still have
so,
your bonus.
what's-
So
oh, guidance?
3.
So far.
No, he's like I get like my modifier.
How long does
Yeah.
guidance last?
Or excuse me, perception is 5 total.
Yeah.
No, it's a one-time thing.
Natural
Damn,
ones and
feels like an
20s
hour.
don't matter on skills for like critical.
True,
failure
there's
or
no
critical
crit.
hit.
It's
No, but
only
I'm
in
saying, but
combat.
like I'm not.
Yeah.
right. I got a 5. I ain't seeing.
You
shit.
still did not do well.
So as Arena gets
This is
down
a
and starts...
butterfly. And she was,
Cal threw me off when he was like popped his head out and ran back in. I was like, "What are you? You're supposed to be."
There we go.
Yep. As Arena starts to pick the lock,
Poor
she
Carpenter
successfully
finds his
manages
tools.
to dislodge the lock, and the door starts to swing open. And with that, one of the gargoyles in the room starts to turn its head slowly as the door starts to unlock. You don't know that.
Okay.
You were
Doors
the head
up.
butterfly.
Doors open. Doors open. Time to get everybody out of here.
Okay. I'll this
I'm gonna
passive.
put
Do I
my.
notice the gargoyle moving?
passive does not notice the gargoyle moving because your back is to the courtyard.
After I pick the lock, I'm gonna swing to this side and put my back up against the wall next to the door, so I can see the whole courtyard, and I'm gonna help start ushering people out of here. What?
Of course you do.
I'm gonna metagame by putting.
How am I metagaming?
Did you
That's
notice
exactly
something
what I would have done.
You wouldn't have gone and got the people
No, I
and told
was-
them to come in?
You're
No.
fine. You're fine. It's all good.
I was announcing what I was doing.
You're
I'll
good here.
I'll move back towards the door and start ushering people out.
Okay, so you make your way
Sending
back
them
in,
that way.
and with that, Maeve, roll another perception.
I was going to say, do I get to look around now that I know that they're done over there?
Yeah, now that
Yes.
you know. that they're-
11.
And then Arena, go ahead and roll a perception as well.
Natural 20.
Nice. Okay. So now, as Keth starts making his way towards the door, he opens the door slightly and kind of starts to put one foot in, and with that, Maeve and Arena both individually see two separate gargoyles start to move as they're following Keth's movement into the room.
Are they just looking, or do they move? Like, are
You're
they,
watching their heads turn.
Like, okay, just
They're
their heads.
just, they're just moving, so they're not actually like getting up and.
Yeah, they have not.
They
They're
haven't
not
moved?
reaching out to attack, but they're moving. You can tell that these are.
Alright, I'm guessing I'll be looking at the front one right there, and as soon as I see that happen, I'm just gonna hold a sacred flame.
Yep.
If it makes an aggressive move towards any of the members, like if it like starts coming after.
I'm gonna lock an arrow.
Okay. What are you doing,
But I'm gonna,
Keth?
Getting people out.
I'm gonna
Okay.
yell back over my shoulder, be like, "You better hurry up!" Two of the statues started turning their heads,
Sounds good. We'll also start getting people out.
and don't
Where
blink.
are you at?
I'm in the back of the line.
You're in the back of the line. All right, so
Terrifying.
your passive doesn't hear what's happening outside, but you can hear that Keth is having communication as well. And as you guys start to scurry and get everybody up these stairs and out this door, Keth, you kind of hold the door open and you stand halfway in between, so you're kind of ushering everybody around and pointing, directing them to head north to the right-hand side where Arena happens to be perched up. And as all of our people start to make our way out, Cowell makes his way up the stairs, and now he's in the door frame. And as that happens, the gargoyles that Arena and Maeve.
I don't know, I haven't done much this game, but
The gargoyles that you two have noticed that have been turning now start to come to life, and they start to flap their wings, and they start to crawl or fly up into the air and start to hover as they appear like they're going to pounce and attack on all of the people that are trying to flee at this
see a
moment.
bright light form up in my hand behind my shield, and I look at that one, and I just wing back and chuck a sacred flame
And I'm
at it.
gonna shoot
Okay.
an arrow at it.
Okay.
You have to make a, I believe it's dex save of 15.
Okay.
Yes.
Dex save of 5 for me.
Alright, you are taking 2d8.
I'll
And
tell the people to keep moving.
Okay.
We'll protect you.
Yeah, 2d8. You're taking and 10 damage on that one.
Okay.
There's a 2 and then max.
Above average.
Yeah. Well, it was a 2 and I was like, yeah, and it was a max. So.
Okay. Very
And
good.
then I just square up on it, looking at it like.
All right, Arena. What are you doing?
I'm gonna
with your
fire
bolt?
an arrow at the one as soon as it starts lifting off of its pedestal.
Uh-huh.
And that will be a 13 to hit. Is
Yeah,
that-
13 would not hit.
Okay.
Sorry.
So my arrow misses.
Okay, fair enough.
Look at
It
you
just kind of
guys.
goes right underneath it as it gives a nice gust as it floats up right above your arrow. All you guys can roll an initiative.
Roll initiative. He said the name of the game. 17. It's not quite he said the name of the movie, but you get it.
21.
Cancer.
Still would have worked. 15.
9.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
And then whatever his guy's fault.
Okay. Very good. Now, we have two gargoyles that are just kind of hovering in the air as Maeve squares up on one of them, preparing herself. Arena tries to throw a bullet, but is unsuccessful. Keth
Throwing bullets?
throwing
Throwing
an
bullets.
arrow. Keth is now facing the gargoyles with his arms out, kind of trying to usher the people behind him as he's shielding them off. And Cowell standing in the doorframe as he emerges with advantage on this. What are you doing with your turn, Cowell?
Has it been an hour since our last combat?
Our last combat, no, we're still within that hour's time.
Good. So I still have Hunter's Mark.
Hell yeah.
Alright. hunter's mark on the one right in front of me.
Yep.
The one that I was fighting.
Yep. I'll take the -5.
Okay.
I'll take that. 14... 18?
18 hits.
28 damage.
Christ. All right.
That's max damage for me.
Christ.
Yeah.
All right.
And your next arrow.
38 damage already.
15?
15 hits.
22 damage.
All right, and then your second arrow, as it's flying up in the air after Maeve's noticing the little fireball or whatever that thing was.
Sacred
called,
Flame!
Sacred Flame.
Yep. Kyle comes bursting through the door frame and lets loose 2 arrows into the gargoyle that's floating above Maeve.
Picture
And
like
with
a
that,
barrel roll.
right into each wing, and the wings kind of start to crumble as it falls to the ground. And since it was in the air, as it falls hard and it shatters into a million pieces.
Favorite enemies. Third attack.
Thank you, dear.
That's
Favorite
it.
enemy?
Elementals.
Ah,
Pick that up.
nice.
And then you have third attack for that one over there.
Why is it third?
First round of combat. He always hits.
I get 3 attacks in the
Yep.
first round of combat. As long as one of my first attacks hit,
Initiative.
I get a...
Use
Oh,
the first
since initiative, you mean, not
Yes,
Yes,
we
you
were-
had
okay.
you had 2 surprise hits because it just
Gotcha.
came to life.
Fair enough. I was confused.
I'll take that. 16. 20?
20
that misses.
to hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
10, 20 damage.
You fucking arrows. All right, man. Very good.
Stop giving me advantage.
No, don't tell him that.
You really want to? Maeve, what are you doing?
Watching that one crumble. First off, passively, because I don't want to waste my turn. Do I notice any of the others, like, moving, or just the 2 so
Your
far?
passive would not be able to tell you that. You would have to actually focus on them.
And you just did damage to that one?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to the pedestal where the one just came off and just smack my hammer.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
Are you picking ready?
Go on.
And just fucking toll the dead
No.
at the,
He's Dungeon Master, Rick.
toll the dead at the other one.
All right. Go ahead.
I don't.
Well, you're gonna roll damage regardless, right?
Well,
I'm 13.
nope. Wait. I grabbed the wrong one because I did toll the dead. 12 damage.
All right. Very good. Okay. So then he's gonna start swooping in on Keth as he's trying to go towards all of the people that are trying to flee out from behind him. But Keth is a resilient motherfucker. Unfortunately, though, you're able to swat it away, and it kind of gusts its wings back and kind of withdraws slightly. Kind of. It's a flying gargoyle.
Use gust on me.
Keth, what are you doing?
Taking a swing.
Okay.
16.
16 hits.
Oh, I hit it.
So as the gargoyle starts to kind of come back from you, you give it a nice little swing in the air.
14.
You do 14 damage.
Of the magical.
Yeah.
I like to remind you sometimes.
It's your dick.
That is 17.
Yep.
And that is another 14 damage.
All right, and with a couple of quick swings in the air, you kind of cut it in half, and the crumbling of the legs start to fall down, and it's enough to throw it off balance, and it kind of falls to the ground and shatters again.
I'll get make sure everybody keeps moving.
Okay. Your initiative is done.
Oh, I was like, when did you take that? So all the people. By the way, did that door lead outside? You guys didn't really say anything. I mean,
We didn't really have time to check, honestly.
No, it just leads it to the pit of despair.
Well, you guys were both standing there.
I just unlocked it
did
and then
it?
covered the door.
Did it go outside?
We're gonna find out. Where's the
I
door
mean,
go?
Raina's
Right,
standing
I
right
guess
there.
We'll go through the door.
Yeah, I guess
Really?
we were all
With
trying
the
to
other
move so
people.
fast that I never
We
really
sent
got to
them through the
explain it.
door.
I'm gonna
I'm
look
gonna
around.
stay exactly where I am.
What?
I'll go.
Wait, are
So,
you like leaving?
The door.
No, well, kind of, but no at the same time.
So you start shooing everybody out, and
I'm
they
gonna
make
keep
it out
watching.
safely.
We're
And
getting them out
through
of the
that
box.
door is the outside. That is an exit to here. It's a nice little step, and out in the hot heat, you see that you're in a secluded area. There's no brushel behind you. There's no trees. There's no shade. There's no nothing. But they're familiar enough to be able to try and find their way at this point now that they're outside, but they're all kind of ducking down sheepishly, and they kind of make their way around the building to see if they can find
Head
shelter.
towards the front.
Yeah, head towards. We'll tell him where the constable is, and that he
I'll
can
go
help
with them
them.
though.
Okay.
And if he
then-
wants, he could probably just take them. He could walk back.
We can take him to the keep.
Yeah, you could just take them away.
Yeah, it's not
I mean, he's not here.
I'm gonna keep exploring that courtyard, see if I can find a panda bear.
Roll a perception.
I hope the panda bear like comes alive right as you're looking at it, just like mauls you.
Aw, that broke my heart.
fucking find
19.
19 is a good perception. Roll an intelligence as well.
Oh, good, my lowest.
Oh, lovely.
8. It's great.
That's fair. So as you make your way through the courtyard, you look at all of the statues that sit there, and each one of them has a plaque that's written in common, so you're at least able to determine what it is. And as you're reading the names off of some of these creatures, you see that they're all dashed with a name as if it were a signature of who created these, and you can see that they're all signed by Marlos.
He's an artiste, guys.
Apparently.
But you do not see a panda bear. But you do see different animals. Like you see monkeys. You see some birds. Different statuettes in this area.
Do you tell us this?
Yeah.
I walk over and just smash the head of the first one I see.
Roll a strength check.
8.
So you go to swing your hammer at it, and you hit the pedestal, and with that,
Oh,
it kind of gives it a nice little shake, and it starts to slide off and fall to the ground. But it doesn't shatter upon falling because the pedestal wasn't so big. But you weren't able to get up to it.
I just want to break
so it
his
falls
work.
onto the ground.
I know he's a dick.
Damn.
All right, roll one more strength now that it's on the ground.
17.
All right, so yeah, with another quick swing
was
of your
too
hammer, exactly, you smash the head of what appears to be a bird-like creature.
Are there also other gargoyle-like things out there?
Roll a perception.
I take my best of 17.
I mean, if they look different, we would notice.
23.
Okay, so you make your way a little bit northwest, and in the far corner you see that there's a particular statue that kind of lays out from the rest of them.
Over here.
Uh-huh.
Looks
Right
a
there in
little
the corner.
gargoyle-y like.
It looks a little gargoyle-y like. It appears to be a statue of Marlos himself.
Oh.
I like to think that's what I would have
And the statue is of a very tall
didn't look
man
very
depicted
I just walked in there.
probably out of, not to scale, would be imaginable.
Proportions.
Yeah. And this tall man has very long, snake-like hair as he kind of leers over, and as he's standing there in his sculptured way, you can see that in his hand is a dagger.
Calm
I'll
your tits,
grab
you don't know that
the
yet.
dagger.
Yeah, you don't see any of this.
I know.
You stay put.
Look at her just slowly moving it like,
Uh-huh.
her inner
My
robe
character's
was
watching what Cal is doing. That's what she's doing.
He's like 100 feet away from you.
What?
10, 20, 30, 40,
70.
50, 60, 70,
I can see that. I
5-ish feet
can see
away.
that far.
Yeah, but you don't know what he's picking
No,
up.
you're right. I don't know what he's picking up. I'm just watching what he's doing.
Alright, so you want to go for the dagger?
Yeah.
Alright, so you
Shiny,
kind of
don't
try
you?
and jimmy the dagger out of his hands, but it seems to be a little too tight. Roll a strength check.
22.
Okay, so you manage to jimmy the dagger out of the hands, and you
We'll
kind of
find
look down at it,
I'm not-
and you kind of stash it away.
As I'm watching.
Keep looking around because I was told there was panda bear around here.
Your passive perception doesn't see a panda currently.
Curse the narrator.
Alright.
I'll walk over
Okay.
to Arena.
So, should we go back through the trap door so that we don't have to
Well,
piss
we
off
saw-
the ledge?
Sure,
And then
why
we
not?
can jimmy it open
Go
to
out this way.
keep it open.
He went through that door. I didn't see where he went after that.
Well, if he's going this, if he came out of that door into the courtyard, he either left the keep altogether, or he went into the secret space, the magic corridor there.
Yeah.
What would it be? Survival to keep track of those feet?
Yeah,
footprints?
survival would do tracking.
Because we didn't come out here, so as far as we know, nobody else has come out.
Well, me and Cal saw him run out this
Yeah,
door.
that's what I mean.
We were down in
Yeah.
the basement and happened
I wonder
to
if
kill
that
the
magic-
20.
Are you hanging out in that corner for your 20? Where are you at for your 20?
right here, because I know for a fact that he went down those stairs.
It did. So as you're looking around the base of these stairs, you can kind of start to see that there's resemblance of footprints, but it also appears to be quite a few footprints, as if many people have walked through here, but not so many people with boots. You get the perception that with this being a monk monastery, everybody around here is barefoot.
Barefoot or sandals.
Exactly. So you can kind of see that there's a heavy boot mark in here, and being able to track it, you can see that it ends up leading a path through the courtyard.
Alright, I'll follow that path.
Following that path, you see that it ends up leading to the door that you guys ended up coming from.
Left or right?
So he's back down.
Well, it could still be the guy we thought. I just lied to us.
Could be.
True.
He used magic.
He is a wizard.
He
Well,
used
sorcerer.
magic.
He also didn't look anything like Corvo.
Yeah.
Corvo was a bald man that looked kind of like
In full plate.
Jamie.
He looked like
in full
Tony
plate.
Stark and Ed Sheeran. People couldn't change.
It's true. That's very true.
All right, well,
If we don't find him underground, we'll know where to go.
do you see which way he went? After he went to the door? I mean, you can still track, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Do another survival check.
Okay.
15.
You open the door that you guys came in. That
Because
long,
Brown was carrying a lot of sand or whatever.
yeah, that long dark hallway or magic hallway. You see that that's where the footprints led, and through the doorway you kind of look down and you see that there's only a little bit of gravel that's been tracked into this area from outside, but you can't tell from left or right which way they could have gone. So it appears as though this is where the footprints end.
Yeah. Head back down and
Yeah,
which one?
yeah.
And keep exploring the caves.
Oh, okay.
Alright, and Maeve, how long does your detect magic? How long do you need for that?
10 minutes.
Detect magic?
Yeah.
No, I can do a 10-minute ritual for detect magic, yeah.
Okay, because I think I found something.
No, that'd be identify.
Identify.
Yep.
What are you holding?
A dagger.
Oh, the dagger? That takes 10 minutes as well. Or, wait, am I doing identifier or detect magic?
I guess identify.
Probably identify.
If it's not anything special.
Yeah.
First off, we're looking at it. I'm gonna roll. Does it look magical? Arcane is just an 11.
It doesn't look magical with that roll.
Okay. I mean, do you want 20 minutes? Because it would take.
Do we need to right now?
Yeah, we can wait.
It's up to you guys.
It's just, I can do the. I can do
game.
identify for 10, but I'm just saying like, if it's not magical, then I don't. It's kind of a waste. It's like just.
Then we,
Fuck it. I'll sit down and do identify for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I grab it. I plop down on that broken. We'll say it was a monkey I broke, and I just sit on this thing and.
It was a bird.
It was
No.
a bird.
Oh, was it a bird?
Yeah.
I just heard you say monkey. I didn't pay attention.
There is a monkey one that's intact.
All right, fine. I'm sitting
you
on the
killed the bird.
Yeah. Bird is the word. I sit down and I.
I
start
put 2
identifying.
arrows in.
As you identify
AC
the
at
dagger,
21.
as you identify the dagger, it
You don't have
appears.
advantage.
2 different attacks. Oh yeah.
What did you just roll for?
Well, one was a 6, so that one missed. But the other one was a 19.
Miss.
No, he rolled a 19.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
you said 19. Like,
28.
okay, that does it. Anyway, 10 minutes of me sitting there figuring it out.
Yep.
It appears to be a +1 dagger.
Cool. It's about the same as the dagger I have when I hold up my other one. It's the same type thing.
Except the cosmetics of it resemble that of what could be a ritualistic dagger. Whereas yours would be a fine
standard.
dagger. Yeah.
I toss it back to him.
Alright, let's go.
Head back down.
So we're heading back down to the crypt.
You guys want to go into the crypt?
Well, that's where we have to go. That's
Well,
what
that's where you guys want to go.
Yep. That is
Yeah.
where we want
if
to
we're, gonna, if we're gonna ignore the creepy melting guy.
For now. Right?
All right. So are we going? Which way are we going now? To the one that
So you guys
noticed?
make your way back down the long stairs, and as you approach the door that leads to the crypt, you give it a nice little push, and with that, the door comes flying open, and you make your way into this dark, very damp crypt. And as the door swings closed behind you, it starts to crawl up, and the stone starts to engulf the door, and then it just seals off completely, as if the ritual had been complete.
Okay.
I can get us back to it if we want to.
That's what I was saying. Are we dead now?
There's
Alright, so are we heading back to the ogre room to take that right, that double right?
Yep.
Okay.
So we'll go back up through the ogre room, back to where the
Prisoners are.
prisoners
take a right.
are. Yeah.
So you guys open up the door and you walk out into
This hallway.
the cavern. Very dark, very damp, very cold, very gross. And up ahead you see the door that had been left open, and through the door you see inside are the dismembered bodies of the ogres that you killed recently. You make your way through.
Yeah.
All the way through to the far end, is that correct?
Yep.
Then we take a
Okay, make your way through. Head to the right in this little corridor, and as you make your way to the intersection, you can kind of feel a breeze go past your hair. Just a very slight breeze. It comes and it goes, and it doesn't linger long.
at our face as we're looking down that one. Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll go down that hallway.
Okay. You guys make your way down this next hallway. You come to another impasse. Make sure that you guys are on the right one. You guys come upon another impasse. You can go straight ahead, which leads down another dark hallway, or you can head to your right or your left. Each one leads to another set of corridors.
Head south.
You guys want to go south? Yep. Okay. So, trying to fill out the map, you guys head south and you realize that there's a nice set of rubble that's kind of blocking this way. But with enough effort, you're able to squeeze your way through if you really want to.
Yay!
Might as well.
Yeah, everybody roll a dex check.
I'm not even down there.
Well, you don't need to
I'm at
because
the
you're
end.
small enough. You're hanging out.
I'm also, as we're walking, I'm looking for those little fungus things. Always.
24.
Then that needs to always be your action.
telling you
when
right
you're
now,
doing
like,
it.
yeah.
Well, roll for the perceptive too.
Okay. But I don't need to dex though.
22.
No, you don't need a dex to get through it. 22 is successful because you're small enough to be able to fit through that if you go through it.
17.
You're good?
24.
You good.
All right. We'll keep heading down the hallway.
Pineapple.
Right. Alright, so you guys make your way across. And you come up on one more little impasse in this area, and it also appears to be full of rubble. It seems to be blocking the way. You can head around the corner to your left-hand side, or you can kind of slip around and go over
Left side.
to the right. And you loop around to the left.
Sure.
It's just going to keep hugging these left walls.
Yep.
I'm just following these guys. They're leading the way.
That's how you get back out.
So everybody needs to roll a dex saving throw this time. Not a check, but a saving throw.
I'm not through there yet though.
Are you going with the group, or he's not?
Well, we can't all fit.
This is the narrative. You either go with it, or you stay.
23.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
You said dex save?
Yes, this is a dex save.
15.
Okay, so you all successfully make it through, but it's all very rickety and rockety with all of the debris around, so you kind of have to climb over stuff, and you successfully make it through without tripping or tagging your clothing or your legs on any of the protruding areas in this room. And as you make your way through around, you see that it tags around to the right-hand side and continues to go on down this windy tunnel.
Okay.
Going down that right.
Keep moving.
Okay.
Heading down that rocky
As you
road.
keep heading down this, you come up to another fork to the left and to the right, and as you enter this little fork, you feel another breeze of wind come past you on the right-hand side. Over on the left, you can kind of see it just goes, and to the right, it just kind of goes.
On the right, we feel the breeze.
Wait,
Yes.
so west or east?
East, you feel the breeze. West, you just see that it kind of keeps going on.
I felt the breeze from the west breeze.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's a breeze centered somewhere around here.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah, in
correct.
that direction.
So
I guess we'll follow that way.
Yep.
We'll follow the breeze this time.
Okay. So, you guys try and follow the breeze as you make your way through. You can kind of feel that now it's coming off of your left-hand side as you approach another fork in this area.
left.
Left.
Yep.
All of you guys again.
Yeah.
Everybody roll another dex saving throw.
Damn, son.
12.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
17.
Okay. So Maeve and Keth are going to run through some of the spores, and you're going to take 5 points of damage as you walk through the fungi.
So where exactly are the spores?
Slashing damage. They're
Because we're not really in the
they're on the ground
I know
and onto the
where.
walls, around the corners as you're making your way through. So they're not really right there in front of you. You kind of walk into them as you come around the corners.
Gotcha.
Okay, so as you head north, you see on the left-hand side there's another tunnel. There's a tunnel straight ahead and a tunnel on to your right.
Which way is the breeze coming from?
The breeze is coming from straight ahead of you now.
Keep going straight.
We'll follow the breeze this time.
5 straight 15s of looking for spores.
Okay.
Well, which is it? Am I constantly looking for them or am I constantly rolling for it?
Do you not know how this works?
If I'm actively looking constantly, you said I have to keep rolling for it.
Yeah, every time that there's an interaction that we do it. Like I'm not like when I
Why did
see you
roll
come
for
around
that one,
because everybody was walking around the corner, so everybody had to roll to see if they would do it. I'm telling you when you're interacting with them to give you the roll. If you had passed the roll, then you wouldn't get hit by them.
then? Okay.
Like you don't see them around a corner when you're walking down a hall. Like if it's right around the corner, you're not going to know it's there, even if you're actively looking for it. So when you whip around the corner and there are spores in your face, you're either going to succeed past it or you're going to fail.
I got you.
That's what's happening with this. If it's straight down the hallway, you'll be able to passively see it.
Okay.
All right, so you follow the breeze, and as you make your way down the hall, you see that there's a dead end straight ahead, and then it tears off to the right, and it tears off to the left. Off to the left, you feel that breeze come swooping in again.
Going left.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good. So many impasses here in this nice little area. Straight ahead, you see that it dead ends again, and then off to the north, you feel the breeze happening a little bit more.
We'll go north.
Okay. As you continue to make your way up, you see that there's a door right in front of you and a door onto the right-hand side of you.
Is that a barred door?
There's a barred door.
Is there a
That's
lock
the
on
one.
it?
That's the one we
There is
checked.
a lock
we couldn't
on
get
it.
through on the other side.
We didn't check. That
No,
one.
you guys
This
have not been
this
there.
door.
Yeah, that door we did
Yeah,
check.
we
yeah.
couldn't get through because we tried to open it.
Correct.
Is that all we see? There's nothing else in that room?
You're just in a hallway at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I'll walk up and check to pick the lock.
The iron door in front of you?
Yeah.
You can try and pick the lock if you want.
I'm gonna use my key.
Which key are you going to use?
The
Your
bronze
key?
key.
Okay.
That's the one I have. Eric or Keth has the other one.
I believe it was
19.
Okay, so you approach the door and you pull the bronze key out of your little pouch or whatever, and as you stick it in there, you give it a nice little turn, and it kind of creaks, but it doesn't seem to want to catch. You try and pull it, move it around, and it doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay, I'll take it out and stash it back.
Almost as if that key seemed to have served its purpose.
Okay. Who else has another key?
Right here.
All right.
Get that one
I will
from-
hand the key over to Elena.
Okay.
The key master.
I will try the silver key
Okay.
for another 19.
All right, so you whip out the.
Excuse me
I'll
while I
whip this out.
So you pull out the silver key now from Cowell.
Yes.
You do it or?
He handed it to me.
Okay, and Arena sticks the key into the lock and gives it a nice little click, click turn, and all of a sudden it unlocks, and the gate just kind of creaks inward as it just kind of hangs on the hinges.
Okay, I'll say thank you and hand the key back to Cal.
And as you do that, you can feel the breeze start to intensify a little bit now that the bars seem to be out of the way as to where the breeze is coming
Okay,
from.
now can we see anything else in that room?
In the hallway that you're standing in,
Yeah.
I'll go down the stairs.
you don't see anything in the hallway except the way that you came
Okay,
and the door off to the side.
gotcha. Alright, yeah,
And
go down the stairs.
door that's straight ahead.
Yep. I'll go down.
Okay, very good.
He's getting excited.
I did not know if you were going to make it this far. So, as you
Ooh.
guys make your way down these winding stairs.
Yes.
No. It's okay, Sarah's not here.
Another kid, keep going.
Bad experiences in the past.
I'm sorry to hear
Really
that.
spiral so
Dungeons
much
and
as just a
Dragons
tunnel.
PTSD.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons PTSD.
Yeah, it's not
that's for
technically a
sure.
spiral.
That's my
staircase.
response to a water puddle. Any kind of water
That's why I'm killing everything
in a
here.
cave.
D&D PTSD? Is why you're killing everything?
I don't want to know. You're talking about previous games.
Where did my map go? There we go. Sorry, technical difficulties. Lost my map for a moment. There we go. So, you guys make your way down the long, dark staircase, ever holding onto the shattered railing that leads down into what appears to be a ravine.
So I don't know what that is.
For those of you, interesting tidbit, you have to look into the Anthony Dane Dictionary on page 74 to understand the definition of what a ravine is. But moving along, you can find that on our store for $19.95.
It's not an alphabetical book.
Is it one word?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
You're right.
It's a picture book.
Yeah.
Pop-ups too.
Little
$19.95 on our store.
How do you do a pop-up of a ravine, though?
It's a
sides
pop
come
down.
up. No, two sides come off.
That works too. Okay, moving on.
Like a half pipe.
Like a taco.
Okay, so as you guys make your way into this room, it's
I
a
wish it was Tuesday.
it's
Every day is
a 10-foot wide pathway that zigzags over and through this giant dark ravine. And passively, the cowl notices that in the corner of this room you can see more statues kind of pinged up on some of the ledges in this room as they're observing you.
We should break everyone with good
I was gonna say, what do I need to roll to know more about the gargoyles? Is that a wisdom check or an intelligence check?
If you want to try and pull from your history of your knowledge, it would be intelligence. If you want to try to see if you can manage something about it, it would be wisdom.
We'll go with that one, because since they're elemental, that's favorite enemy, I have advantage on this roll.
There you go.
Both are shit rolls.
Sorry to hear that.
9.
Okay, so you at least see that there are gargoyles in this room, and they don't look too friendly. They're openly moving with you.
This isn't a tunnel. This is like an open area. With
This
like
is
It's a
ravine.
curvy.
It's deceptive.
Remember the pop-up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an up, it's a down.
Yeah, I was thinking we were higher.
Yep, no, down below, if you were to look over the edge, you would see that it just goes on
I got
forever.
Did you say there was a railing on this at all?
There is no railing.
Interesting.
It is out in the open. One
Cool.
swift
10
movement,
feet or
you could
5?
fall.
Tens, you said.
The width of the platform is 10 feet. So two of you can comfortably walk side by side holding hands. I wouldn't advise skipping, but you could do it.
Who wants to skip? Anybody?
Does it look like? Did you tell us that they're?
Oh yeah, I'll let you know there's gargoyles.
Does it?
Are
Are they looking at us, or are they moving in any way? Or?
Oh yeah.
They're watching us.
They're
Oh, yeah.
watching you
All
all
right.
move.
Keep an eye out on them. Let's keep moving.
You
It's
can
just
hear
what happens.
You can hear the bass line. Every breath you take.
His perception sees two gargoyles
Yep.
in this room, one in each corner, observing people as they enter this area.
Do the same thing I did last time. I'll keep an eye on it, like
Yeah.
watching it, and I'll prep a sacred flame as soon as it does anything.
We'll keep moving.
You guys want to make your way through?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. As you guys make your way through, you get halfway in, and it's at that point that our two gargoyles swoop in.
Ball of fire.
We were on the corner yet, or
Well,
Like
you
at
guys
the
are all
corner?
standing in a line, unless you guys want to be 2 and 2.
nope, line.
Line.
Yeah, I want to be in the middle as
Yep.
much as I can.
Line.
Okay. I'd say let's move you guys in just a little bit more. So everybody is.
We're all in that middle section. Move Cat to the corner.
Okay.
Yep, and the other gargoyle can go in the northmost section of where you guys are at. Yep, right there is good. Okay, and that's when they start to swoop on you. You wanted to throw one at someone?
Yeah, whichever one you want me to be.
You tell me which one you want to throw it at. It's your choice.
It's my left hand, so left side.
So the one
Far
south,
one.
closest
Southeast,
to me.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
You do dex save 15.
That's gonna be 5 plus my dex, which is probably gonna fail.
Oh, sweet, 11 decks.
Plus 0 dex.
Woo! 8.
8 is my damage that I'm taking.
8 radiant
I'm
damage.
jumping.
Yep.
Okay.
Jumping into the ravine.
Jesus Christ, you guys.
What?
You're making fun of me. Okay, go ahead and roll initiative.
I'm making fun of you.
We were saying if they had a plus 11 to their decks, we'd jump into the ravine.
14.
Rolled a 5. Oh, I made the save. I'm out.
Okay, Okay.
15.
I thought you said 14.
14,
Never
sorry.
be able to.
Okay.
A 10.
Oh my god, you
You can
guys.
go first.
What is this? Chris
Yeah,
is
you
11
go first
now.
because they're
You?
fine.
27.
It's fine. 27, of course. Eric is
Who's going
always
first?
first.
Yeah.
Who's going first?
Eric
Erica
is
could go
always
first. Yeah, you
first.
could do that. Or you save it for
He's
the
got
big boy.
plus what, 11?
8.
Plus 8? Jesus Christ.
I rolled a 19.
No, I meant between the two of them. Since
Chris is.
Ooh,
Oh,
no.
Arena's taking it because
Yep.
she's.
And I allowed. I kindly
Do you want the
passed
Fanta one?
the initiative to the lady
Okay, very good. So,
because she can hit them while I'm standing here waiting for them to come to us.
yeah, because you don't really have any range.
Right.
So, Kyle, you are up first. What are you going to do in this situation?
I'm guessing it's been at least an hour or so. New mark on that one in the southeast.
The one that May
Yep.
was trying to go
The one,
after?
the one I just burnt, charred
Okay.
up a bit.
And you got
This?
you have 3 arrows on this one. First one misses.
Well, I have to hit with one attack first, then to get that third one.
Oh, okay.
So,
This one, you got it.
Once.
What did I tell you?
There we go.
You rolled one the first time.
Yeah. 27.
27 hits.
16 damage.
Okay. Very good. And then your third attack.
Yep.
Ow.
Assault by dice.
Says the fighter.
I don't know. It was a d6.
13.
13 to hit? No.
He's minus 30 though.
Okay. So, Kyle watches Maeve throw a ball of white light at this thing, and following the ball of white light comes 3 arrows out of nowhere. Unfortunately, only one of them is able to strike because the blinding light is kind of getting in his
No,
eye.
you still
No,
see it.
I just
Hit
missed.
one.
Alright, now they're going to start swooping in, and our furthest one is going to start swooping in on Kef.
Yep.
Trying to make a swing. Unfortunately, it doesn't miss, and it stands floating in the air right
Which
there.
one? The northwest one did?
Yeah.
So this one came up on him.
Yeah, so it's right there, yep. And now it's just floating in the air. The second one rolls a 18 to swing at Keth as well, coming in.
It's coming to the front too.
Well, that's some
Yep.
shit.
I know, right? For 7 points of damage.
Okay.
Maeve, what are you doing?
So is the one with?
The one in.
They're hovering right in front, engaged on...
I'll go after
Keth.
the one I hit again, and I'll toll the dead. This time, just banging on my thing.
17.
Yep. Well, then that's the end of my turn.
Alright, Arena. You're up in the back.
Banging on your thing.
Bang
And
on
but they're 2 by 2, right?
You got
Yeah,
room.
Like
yeah,
I
they're
can
10 feet
stand
wide. You
next
can
to
walk
someone.
past
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then I'm gonna walk up and be next to Maeve since she's shortest.
Okay.
And I'm going to do Eldritch Blast, both beams on this front guy right
Both
here.
beams on one.
Yeah.
So we got...
2 attacks.
So...
So 17 plus
yeah,
7 to hit.
that hits.
Ooh. So 16.
Damage?
Yep.
Wait, you
Force damage.
You got to roll an attack for each beam.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
So you rolled a 10 for the first attack.
Yeah, so 10.
So
hold
10
on,
so
sorry.
far, so
10
now she's
for
gotta
the
roll a
first
second
one.
attack.
My bad, I didn't do that.
Yep.
So 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
so
she rolled
I'll
a 6.
Yep.
So still
6.
16.
Okay.
Yeah, so still 16.
Good deal.
Sorry, that's what I was trying to tell you.
I
It's
got you,
like-
my bad.
Keth, what are you doing? They are within swinging distance of you.
Oh,
They're
goody.
in your 5-foot
Oh,
range,
oh,
but they are
goody.
hovering in front of you.
Is the one engaged with Maeve as well?
It's Maeve is behind you, so you're blocking Maeve's way. So it's technically engaged with you.
Right. But it's not like we're not
You're
No,
not
it's
able
not
to flank
flanked.
this.
It's
You're
in
not
front.
advantage. Sorry.
trying.
I know.
Alright, I'll swing on the one that we've all been hitting.
Yep.
That is 22.
Yep.
There we go. 16 damage.
Very good.
Second swing. 11.
No, that does not do anything. Okay, so a couple of quick swings, and one of them it happens to give a nice little break to it, but the other one just kind of flaps its wings and gets a little away from you. But as it's doing that, it's going away, it gives you an opportunity to attack. So go ahead and roll.
That is a 23.
Yes.
And that is 15 damage.
Good. It had 4 HP, and I wanted you to kill it. So. So as it's trying to fly its way out of your range, you give it a nice one quick leer and lean in, and you kind of.
Then, as my bonus
knock
action
it down.
for killing a creature, I will take a swing at the other guy.
Cool.
So close.
18.
There we go. That would be 17
To hit.
to damage.
Damage. Okay. Very good.
And that'd be my turn.
Kyle?
Moving the mark to the last gargoyle.
Yep.
First attack. 17.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot how ridiculous your plus is.
Plus 9.
Mm-hmm. This fucking guy.
Uh,
And he gets to go first all the time.
Oh, mine's plus 8, so it's not.
yeah. 5.
Yeah,
9
you're
damage.
also hand to hand. Okay.
That's true.
Or close range.
For melee attacks.
Yeah, close range.
Spells or something.
You're more versatile.
Yeah.
That's
And I'll take the -5 on this one.
Right on.
17.
Yeah.
10, 24.
24 damage.
Yep.
Okay. Very good. So then it comes swinging in and it tries to make a swing on Keth with a roll of a 19.
That'll do it.
And you're going to take, 2 points damage.
They're like, no, we'll take -1.
Roll 2 ones on
Oh,
that.
I get to heal one?
No.
He said -1.
He said -1.
Sweet. Good deal.
Dave.
I just kind of look around Kev, see it's still floating there. Tong!
12.
Cool. I totally forgot what I was doing. I told the dead.
2d12.
2d12s. 9 damage.
Okay. Wow. Crap.
Still a lot of damage.
Motherfucker, guys. Alright, Arena, kill this thing, will you?
You can do it.
You can keep using
All right.
Eldritch.
Well, I'm gonna do. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, please.
12.
So you're gonna take 7 frost damage.
Alright. So
Disadvantage.
as you stick
then
your hand
disadvantage
out,
on
you
your
can see
next
that your
attack.
hand starts to cover in little shards of blue ice, and as you do that, the gargoyle starts to cover itself in frost as it starts climbing from its bottom up, and it starts covering its wings, preventing it from hovering in spot, and in doing so, it just kind of starts to fall, and it hits the platform that you guys are on, breaks its wing off, and it tumbles down into the ravine.
Can we still hear it? Do we hear when it hits bottom?
Echo.
You don't hear about it.
Oh god.
Get across, get across, get across.
Okay.
Alright, sweet.
Alright. I'm gonna bust out a rope. We're all gonna tie it around each other.
I just take off. I'm just kidding.
So I'll start walking.
Okay, so you guys want to move
Do you
on.
have anything to heal me real quick? Or should I just use a potion?
Oh, how bad are you? I don't
I'm
know.
about half.
What's half of what? What's your max?
I'm at 61 is my max. So
So
I'm
you're
at,
like 30?
I'm at 37. So just a little above
So you're
that.
14 off?
No, 24 off.
24 off, sorry.
Yeah.
I do.
Because I don't want to have to waste your spell slots if we don't have to.
I mean, if you want to take a potion, you can. I gave you.
Yeah, I have the greater one. See,
So
I
it's
don't
a
really
2d.
know.
It's a 2d4 plus 4.
No, I have
No,
two regular
the
ones.
greater one is the 44, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to figure out the best way to do it so we don't have to waste.
Whichever you want. If you
Stuff
want to
that we-
use a potion, go for it. If not, I'll heal you.
I'll use one health potion for now, just a regular one.
Okay.
Yeah, 44 plus 4.
So, no, the regular ones are 2d4.
Correct.
Yeah, I thought
2d4
you said
plus
greater,
2.
so-
No, you
Yeah,
have
2d4
regular,
plus 2.
so 6.
It's 2 for the small. I thought you said greater, so that's what I was looking up.
I've got all of them right here because I've got the little health potion
Oh,
Aw.
that you didn't want to use.
I would have used
I
it.
used it before.
You did use it.
Alright, that gets me a lot closer.
Alright.
Well, like, probably should have done that after we were off this bridge. But let's get going.
I can chuck a potion.
I know. I'm
real
just
quick.
saying. Let's
Yeah.
get across.
Yeah, we will get across. Yeah.
Because we're kind of just standing out in the open right now.
It's as we're walking by, I'll do it.
Okay. Just get across it to not ravines.
Not be
Not
trying
be
to
over the
fall.
ring, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to die because
I'm with you on
So
that.
no one wants to die.
Nobody wants.
So, what do we see as we move further?
Smoke.
A massive pair of stone doors lies broken south of this small plaza, flanked by iron torches that brightly illuminate the area. One door lists uneven on the bottom hinge, while the other one lies shattered on the ground.
Something big came through here.
A large, dimly lit hall awaits beyond the broken gates. Arrow slits are carved into the walls on your left and right as you enter this small little lobby.
So,
Are the green things the arrow slits?
no, those are the
Those
torches.
are
Oh,
the
torches.
Yeah,
I'm guessing
torches.
it's the little V's on each side there, or
Oh.
murder holes.
Murder holes.
Are we going through?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And then let's get it going.
Boy. Alright.
We don't see anything past that door that's crashed down.
So.
As we enter the room, I'm going to cover
I'm
the
not going
wall and
all the
stand
way
right back
just
here.
there. Yeah, I'm not like walking boldly in the middle.
Got no balls, bro. Got no balls.
I'm the healer. I'm supposed to stay back.
I'd like to
And
stealth
yes,
up
she does
as
not
well.
have balls.
Really quick.
Also,
Sure she
bad.
does not.
Stealth.
This was once a magnificent hall with a soaring ceiling, marble floors, and carvings of farmlands decorating the walls. It has since fallen to ruin. Deep cracks mirror the walls, sections of Monastery have collapsed, and huge stone doors at the north end of this are broken. There are passages, multiple passages within this room, straight ahead, to the left and to the right. Within this room, you see a small cooking fire, several bedrolls in the corner of this, occupied by what appears to be 4 hobgoblins and another creature on a mount standing in this room watching
Except
you
on a
enter.
mount.
Uh-huh.
Big room.
What are you doing in here?
Are they around the fire there that we're seeing?
Yep,
Are they speaking common or are they speaking?
they're hobgoblins and can speak common.
I'll
So,
speak to them
so
in
they're
Goblin.
speaking in common? Okay.
I'll speak to them in Goblin. Like, look, we don't mean you any harm. We're just here trying to find somebody.
Who are you looking for?
He's tall, he's bald, kind of a dick.
Doesn't ring any bells. Who? Make the sign for me. Make sure that I know that you. Very well, very well. A bone man, you say?
Yeah, Quarbo.
Quirbo?
Yeah.
And he kind of looks over to the other ones, and they're all kind of like doing their little hobgoblin-y things. They look back at you.
I might have seen somebody walk through here not too long ago.
Okay. Did he knock down the door, or was that already here?
I don't know.
Okay. So, which direction did he go?
I don't know.
I'd like to
Cough
say-
up some 5 gold. Do you know where he went?
He starts to sweat a little bit as he reaches his hand out and grabs it and holds it to himself.
I think I might have seen which way he went.
I'll
As
give
he
you
starts
another
fingering
2.
through his gold.
I'll give you another 2 to keep to yourself if you can tell me exactly where he is.
Yes, yes, of course. He went down that way.
As he points off to the west.
Okay.
Can I insight check that?
Well, you don't hear any of this happening. Do you speak Goblin?
Oh, you're talking Goblin?
You're speaking Goblin. You don't know anything that's
Never
happening.
mind then.
Insight check.
You said Common earlier, I didn't realize.
Yeah, and then
He started
says-
in common once he
Oh.
started speaking.
And
I
then
thought
he
he was
took
just
over
answering.
in Goblin. That's why we're one-on-one.
I thought he was just answering.
12.
12 seems legitimate.
Yep. Alright. So I hand him the 2 that I promised.
Ha!
I'll give you another one. You make sure that these guys aren't here when we come back.
And he looks over at your
No,
group.
no, your group.
He looks back at his group, and they all kind of look at each other, and they all kind of gather around the fire, and they look at all the gold in their hands, and they start sniffing it and like oohing and awing over, and then they look back up at you and go,
Maybe.
I'm just saying, you guys have a nice vacation now.
Maybe. No promises.
Fair enough.
and then they kind of go back into looking at their gold as they huddle around the fire in this room.
What are you
I'd
doing?
like-
Why'd you give them so much gold?
That's so you can negotiate easier with them. Cuervo was this way,
The kobolds.
down that way.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Or not?
let's go.
And then Let's go.
I'm not taking my eyes off the hobgoblins at all.
I don't blame you.
I'd like to do a quick sweep of the area where I am. I'd like to look around. While I
Where is
see
you?
Eric, I'm right here in this corner. While I see Eric talking to the goblin cowl, I'd like to take a look around. Perception check.
Please.
And I don't see shit. So never mind.
Nope. You don't see much of anything other than a couple of
Hobgoblin.
bedding areas around the hobgoblins where you can see that this is where they sleep and make camp.
Okay.
In one end of the room, you see the rubble from where the shockwave of the doors being blasted open have created a divot in the wall.
Okay.
Something that happened to pass through here.
Okay.
Well, which
We'll
way?
go west.
Well, which way did he say?
West.
I can't tell if you're just pointing or if you're.
I said west.
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 I said west.
Let's go west.
Yep.
You guys want to go west?
Yep.
You guys want to go west?
I'm gonna back my way towards you guys. I'm not taking my eyes off them
I'll be the last one.
Alright, great.
because I know they're coming.
We're just gonna do
Your favorite enemies, I know.
Okay, so you guys make your way down this long, dark hallway. Granted, all of you guys can see, but there doesn't seem to be very much light in this hallway. Not as much peering down from the room that you just left. And as you're looking down, you see that there happens to be a door frame on the left-hand side of this wall, but it continues to go down further into an open room.
Keep going or go through the door.
I'm at the back of the group. It's just lead and following.
I'm cool to go through the door.
Alright, we'll go through the door.
I'm gonna go through the door. Through the door it is then. So, upon investigation of the door, you see that it happens to be locked.
Alright, I will use my mage hand to unlock it. 29.
Damn it. Damn, girl.
What door?
Right? So
There is no door.
you crouch down and everybody kind of piles around you and guards you off as you go to unlock the door. And with a quick flick of your wrist, the door unlocks and swings right open. And inside, as you guys make your way in, you see that you walk through a small room that's divided into other rooms with a couple of beds lying about. There's another door frame in this next room on the left-hand side. And as you peer through, there's no connecting door here. It's just a partition. And as you look in, you see there's a little table in there, and sitting around the table are 4 guards, very similar to the guards that helped out Corvo from before, wearing the straight plate armor.
Out of curiosity, the armor they're wearing, you say it's straight up plate, nothing stonish looking about them?
It's made of rock and stone.
The plate is made of rock?
Yes,
What language do they speak?
common. They're human.
The humans?
They're human. They're human. The room that you're, the room that you've entered, it's a large suite. It's linked by low archways. Brown curtains offers some amount of privacy between the partitions. Within this new room where all of the men are, you can see that up against the table itself, there's an engraving on the wall of the symbol of the Black Earth.
4 of them?
There are 4 guards sitting at this table, yes.
What?
Let's talk about guard stuff. Guard stuff.
That's what helped me out.
Well, Eric and I are stealth right now, so we could essentially go around them, possibly. And then we could,
Flank them?
yeah.
Insert.
I'm okay with that. We want to take them out, we could just leave them alone.
I mean,
How bright
I
is it?
feel like we're gonna have to take them out eventually anyway,
The
and who
bedroom
knows
that you're currently
what we
sitting
can-
in isn't well lit, but there is light in the room emanating from the room where.
Where they're sitting is it?
Hey,
Let me
they're
take
bad
that back.
guys.
The room that you're in
Like
is
the
well
idea you
lit,
started with.
and the light is
Like
emanating
way over
into the
here real
room
quick.
where they are currently.
You better character?
There's also
Yes.
another light in the furthest
Still
room
surprises me.
that's sharing the
I
light
told you I
of
mean,
the
I'll put a
center
dagger in
room.
your hand until you tell me where I want to go.
So, but it's
If you look at the map, there are 2 little dinging
Yeah.
Like,
right in front of you.
cut your
That's a
eye
light
out or-
picture.
Yeah,
It's not that gruesome.
So I'm just
like
saying to
my
say
outfit
what?
would
I'm
mess
doing a quick thing I should have been doing earlier about this, but I just want to make sure it's bright enough that I can see the armor this time.
You would be able to see their armor.
That's all.
You would be able to passively see their
I'm just
armor.
gonna pretend like I didn't notice their armor last time.
Okay.
Alright, well, let's stealth up.
Okay. We're stuffing up.
What are you guys gonna do?
We're gonna go around this side and come in at
Who's
them.
going around the side?
Cal and
Kyle
Raina.
and Arena. Okay. Go ahead and stealthily get past the partition.
Not us.
Actually, hold up before you roll.
You gonna pass without trace?
Pass without trace.
Oh, okay.
Well, now we all could.
Now we
technically.
can, yeah. Because we just
Well-
get a straight up roll.
Plus 10 to your.
No,
stra-
it's not
stealth.
advantage. It's
Oh, yeah,
just
it's
a plus
just
10.
plus 10.
It'll still be a
Plus 10 to your
disadvantage.
roll.
Plus 10.
23.
We might as well try.
Yeah,
it.
I'll take a
Plus
try.
10.
I'll try.
33?
Oh, I'm sorry, 33. For
I'll
stealth.
try.
20
We don't have to
for
go
stealth.
anywhere, but
28 is with your plus.
Yep.
And
15. Thank fucking God.
25.
yeah, thankfully.
25.
Okay, I rolled a 3.
I'm
Go
not walking
ahead,
anywhere.
go ahead and place your figures where.
I'm not going anywhere.
they
We're
are.
just staying stealthed up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Like,
I guess I would be
Yeah,
able to.
corner
I
of
would
the
be.
door.
I would be somewhere where I could see into the room. That's what I was asking about.
I'm gonna be perched on that.
Is that like
that
just
bed.
a little gap in between? That's like a little step. Like,
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like
Okay, so then put me like here so I could see them sitting there.
Okay.
It's just essentially just a little bit right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just a little pathway. And they're none the wiser of your presence currently.
Sitting there talking about guard stuff.
Guard stuff, guard stuff.
make
Bitching about their jobs.
Wow.
I sit there and I wait for the.
I just
really
got this new cell phone plan from Sprint. It's very good.
Boost Mobile's better.
Well, I looked up the rules on coup de grace.
Yeah.
There is no coup de grace.
Oh, is that a 4?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a 4
You
thing.
dick.
Yeah,
Well, I
but
mean, it's still something you.
That's something.
Consider.
essentially,
Still-
what they suggest is use the rule of unconscious, which is any attack that hits a creature is a automatic crit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Thank you for looking that up. Using that going forward, Mr. 4.
Well, I mean,
4th edition.
I sit here waiting. for one of
technically,
the better
it's your
stealth
rule.
Yeah,
You
no,
can
I
come
let
up
it, I
with
let
it.
it go. We're good.
Whether you
Okay.
do crit or whatever way you want to
people.
do
Did we
it.
come up with a plan, or am I just waiting for one of you guys to make a move?
I was gonna say,
They don't know you're there. You guys.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hex on the one that I can see across here. So number 4 is hexed. Last one.
I'll give the, you know, and then we'll go.
Yep.
Hold on, the DM's not paying attention.
Say it again.
I'm giving through the door so the other two can see. I'll give the.
You're gonna give the signal to pounce.
Yep.
I'm going to stay on this side of the door frame until Cal is all the way in.
Okay. So your action is gonna be using.
My
Hex.
bonus action is to Hex.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
Start swinging with the whip.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
As soon as Kath attacks the first one there, I'll toll the dead from behind.
Okay. Everybody roll initiative.
Whew,
Man,
16.
my initiative rolls suck.
Okay. Erica.
5.
Woof.
Yeesh.
You're at the bottom. Yikes. Cal.
27.
You're up there. Naturally.
20.
Whoa.
I know, right?
I rolled a 19.
Damn son. Okay.
My initiatives have not been great.
It's above you. Cool. All right. So go ahead and do your surprise moves.
Do I have advantage on it?
Yeah, you guys all have advantage.
Alexa, stop. What
She
the
knew
Hell,
what was up.
Alexa. We should
if
have
I-
let
what
it
if
go
I-
while we were.
Right?
What if I planned that?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Well, you should. 24 to attack.
Yes, 24 hits.
10 damage.
Okay.
Our weekly Amazon
stop.
interruption.
Oh my god.
I almost said the word, but I'm glad I did.
To which one are you going for?
3.
Okay. For how much?
10.
Okay. Very good.
For the first attack.
All right. This has all happened simultaneously, so go ahead and lie yours out. We'll go around the table.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a miss. 11.
Miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, plate armor.
Yep.
And third attack.
Yup.
19,
19 hits.
11 damage.
Ooh. Big hitter.
Yes.
Okay.
Abysmal, yeah.
Keth, what are you doing?
Swinging on 4.
Swinging on
4.
pink.
Pink. I'll take my -5.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, 19 hits.
$25 on the first one? Or is this just a surprise? One.
This is a surprise.
So just one action?
No, well, yeah, one action, but he gets multiples because his attack comes after the action. If he does, if you have
You
a
would get
multiple
your 2
attack,
attacks.
I do you my 2
yes,
attacks?
yes, if you have
You're
extra
surprised.
attack, you get extra attack if you use your attack as your action.
Then I will take my
But-
second swing. We'll do the same thing.
Go right ahead.
That would be 18.
To hit?
Yes.
Yes.
Yikes. Damn it. That is 27.
Woof. What number is pink? 4?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Lorena, what are you doing? On the other side?
I'm going to.
Maeve.
Yeah, I'm last.
We're not in initiative order.
Oh.
We're not even in initiative at the moment. You're all doing your surprise attack, and then we begin initiative.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well, I'm
Because
gonna
you're all
use-
jumping in
I'm
on
gonna
this
do
party.
sneak
So
attack
we're just
and-
going around the table.
You'd been going in order at first, so I was confused.
Minus me. Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm going to poke my head around and fire an arrow at number 4, who I just hexed.
Yep.
And get sneak attack.
Yeah, you do.
So 24 to hit.
Yes.
This is an extra sneaky attack.
And you're necrotic.
So. 18 damage
To number
to number 4. 3 of that was necrotic.
pink? To our pink man?
Yes,
Across the
pink
way?
man.
Yeah.
Got it.
Doesn't go up.
Okay.
No, because it's a
Disadvantage to
warlock.
wisdom, though.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Oh, and yes, you have disadvantage on all wisdom saving throws now.
For
Number
number
4
4.
does.
Okay.
Oh, right, Hex.
From behind
Can't forget that.
Keth, you see like this kind of bright, like grayish kind of light just got a glow from behind my shield. Not like a fire, not so much like black, but just like this. And oh wait, no, that was Sacred Flame. Fuck it, we'll go with that. I'm already doing it. And I throw this little like gray like ball and just hits number 4 in the back, and you need to do a
I rolled
dex.
4.
What?
I rolled a 4.
Okay. Sorry for trying to be a little dramatic.
Wait.
No, I was rolling with it, but I knew where you were going, so I made my roll.
For 13 radiant damage.
Very good. All
As a
right.
bonus action? Well, no, they don't
No.
know me yet. Because
Yeah,
we're
no,
this
no,
is
no.
a surprise.
Okay.
Never mind.
Beginning initiative at the top with Cal.
Alright.
Go.
4 still kicking?
Yeah, he's still kicking. He's hanging on. Barely hanging on.
That's
Alright.
They all have plate armor.
Since I have reach, I'll mark 4.
So 4 is now marked and hexed.
You gotta go in the room.
Those are 10-foot
I have
squares,
three.
though, aren't they?
Yes, these are 10 foot
Those are 10-foot
squares.
squares. So
was
you can
gonna
still
say,
get 3.
You can get 3, not
Yeah.
4.
Okay, never mind. 3.
Hunter's
Excellent,
mark on 3.
Yeah.
Hunter's mark on 3.
3. Sorry, I was thinking yours.
25.
Yes.
9 damage.
Okay. One
Second
down.
attack.
Get it, Devo.
11 is going to be a miss.
They're all 18s.
At least. Kath, what are you doing?
We'll go ahead and swing again on number 4.
On Pinky?
Yep.
Okay.
Do I have advantage?
Not anymore.
Alright.
Now they're fully aware.
It's worth a shot.
That's fair.
Oh, was it cocked?
Crit mode dangerous! Crit mode dangerous!
The die don't lie.
Was it leaning
It was
on?
leaning
It was leaning on
20
20
and you rolled it
again.
again. All right.
Math is hard.
It is, isn't it?
What you got, man?
30 damage on that swing.
Good lord. That's enough to kill him.
Hooray!
I will then step into the room. Would I be flanking 3 with Arena?
Erica shot a bolt, so.
No, I'm on the other side of the wall too.
That's true.
Okay, moving up on him.
Yeah, I will move up on him and swing at him.
Yep.
That is 17.
To hit, yes. No. 17 is not.
And then my bonus attack for critting. That doesn't hit either.
Sorry, buddy.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, now that you're in the room with them, they're all going to try and siege gang on you. So,
Bring it, boys.
here we go. Number 1 and number 2 are both going to start swinging at you. One is a 19, and the other one is a 12.
Okay.
So one of them is going to swing at you. The third one is. So you're taking 6 points of damage.
Okay.
And our second guy's going to make a swing. 18 on one of them, and the second one was 14 plus the 5, which is 19.
They all get 2 attacks?
They all have multi-attack, yeah. First one is 2 points of damage, and the second one is 2 points of damage. Yeah, I know. And our third guy is going to take a swing. 17 plus 5, 3 plus 5. So one of those is going to swing for 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. Maeve, you're up.
Okay, so you're in the room up on him now?
Sure I am.
He's
Okay.
up on it.
I'm going to move up to the doorway. Well, sorry, I'm at long arms here, but now that I can see them clearly. I yell as a bonus action. I'm just gonna yell at the dude. Take one of them alive. I've got questions. And then I'm going to toll the dead at number whatever is who. Whatever, I can't tell what number he's attacking. The peach one.
He's attacking
3.
3.
3.
Fail.
Okay, sorry, didn't know. 12 damage.
Okay.
Necrotic. That'll do it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not up on 5, I'm just at the doorway, just so you know.
Very good. So my guy is going to number 3. He's going to make a swing at.
Again?
They get to go again?
No,
Yeah.
they're broken into 2 sections. Only 2 guys swung at you, but they all have multi-attack, so that's why there's 4.
You took 6 swings?
Yeah, you took
Did I take
yeah,
6?
you took
Yeah.
3.
Oh, I'm sorry. You should have gone after Maeve. Alright, Arena, what are you doing?
I'm gonna come around the door to flank and sneak attack number 3 and move the hex to him because 4 has passed. And do my green flame blade. 19, yeah,
Yes.
19 plus 7.
It was Chris.
I'm gonna do my sneak attack and my hex dice first, then I'm gonna roll my rapier. Green flame. Holy F.
Hot.
Alright,
Roll 3
so
sixes?
Yeah, 3 6s and a 4.
so 22, hold on.
Yeah.
Plus
Thanks for joining, Heath.
3, 25, 29 damage, and then
And then you're going to move it to.
this one,
two.
number 2, will take 1d8 fire damage.
Oh, the jump, yeah.
Plus my spellcaster, so that's plus 5. So 7. He's gonna take 7 points of fire damage.
Okay, very good. So you come swinging in with your sword and you give him a nice hack, and with that he falls to the ground and he starts bleeding out. He's dead, but the green flame that comes off of your blade is splashed and slaps against our number 2 man. Kyle, what are you doing?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining, Heath.
What up, Heath?
Actually, no. There we go.
You're just getting all up in.
You're hopping in and you're going to whip
We
him.
go up in there.
Yep.
You're going to whip him good.
Mark number 2.
Licorice whip. Stupid sexy flamers.
Actually, that was Smithers.
Stupid sexy smithers.
There you go.
Oh, those sexy flamers.
Yeah, but Smithers
No.
was the one who did.
Oh, he was the one who was doing the
Yep.
assless chaps. Yep, you're right.
Alright, so that's a 16, so that's a miss.
16's a miss.
18.
18 hits.
11 damage.
Right on.
Go
Alright.
for 2 or 1?
You missed the first.
No, I attacked
Oh,
2.
number 2. What are you doing? They're still engaged on you, big man.
Yeah. I'll swing it 2.
Okay.
Nope. First one misses.
Okay.
There we go. 18.
18 hits.
That's 12 damage.
Okay, very good. Okay, now he's gonna try and fight back. Unfortunately, group 2 is now gone, seeing as how 3 is dead, so we're back to where we were. So
That
our
just worked.
double hit here, we got 15 plus 5 and 13 plus 5.
Both will do it.
Both will do it. Okay, so you're gonna be taking a grand total of 7 damage
From both
From-
attacks, right?
from both attacks. So
How's
4.
it divvied up?
You're looking at 3 and 4.
Okay, so I take 1 damage.
Oh, right, because of your
Because each attack is
Right. It does
I
matter.
will remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot it too. I was like, what are you doing?
Yep,
It's 4.
that's right. Alright, and then our second guy does a double swing. One's a natural 20, and the other one is 5 plus 5, which is not going to hit, but
Okay.
our natural 20 is going to end up doing 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. Maeve, what are you doing?
Alright, so 2's been injured and 1 is not.
Correct.
Yep.
We'll do it again. We'll see the glowing fire, and I just kind of hop over Keth's head. Ooh,
8.
as I knock my hand on that. What'd you roll?
8.
8. Oh, these are 18 for a second. I was like, oh, fuck.
No. You can continue it.
6 and 3. 9 damage of radiant on 2.
Groovy. Alright. Marina, what are you doing?
I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna move the hex to 2
Yep.
and use Eldritch Blast.
Yep. Double.
Ooh, 13.
Nope. Second one.
You get 2, you get
Oh,
4
that's
both
right.
You're
attacks.
doing
Yeah.
a double Eldritch Blast, and each one has its own attack.
So 17 plus 5, yeah, 23.
Yes.
Okay, so 1 beam plus the hex.
Yeah.
So that's 11.
11 damage. That's enough to kill it. So a couple of blasts from your hands. Kind of like yeah, one of them goes up against the side of the wall, while the other one kind of shoots him up against the wall, and he's dead. Number 1 is left. What are you doing, Kyle?
Moving the mark to him.
Yep.
But I'm not, bro. Don't kill him.
I doubt 2 of the attacks is going to kill him.
Just
I
remind him.
also doubt that, unless you have magic dice.
Well, let's see. That's a 21.
Yes. Yeah, he like crits everything.
Right, crits
It does
both
120 damage. Well, about that.
6 damage.
Okay.
20
To hit, yes.
Yeah. 20 damage.
Yeah. And then 6 damage again.
Jesus, okay. Keth, what are you doing?
This is where we start saying non-lethal.
To Keth?
Set phasers to stun.
Keth doesn't understand the meaning of non-lethal.
That's not true. I'll take a swing.
Yeah.
In all fairness, I could always just put a potion in his mouth and bring him up.
What's your goddamn...
26.
I mean,
He
that
almost,
hits.
he almost critted. That's what he wants.
Oh!
You
Hurt
sit
yourself.
funny?
Oh, that was my back.
So 12 damage on first swing.
Okay.
He's still doing all right, or is he?
He's doing alright. This is the first time he's been hit.
And I'll swing at him again.
That's probably... With you.
Yeah.
Miss.
Got it. Okay, so he's going to be swinging on you.
Yep.
19 plus 5 and 5 plus 5, so only one of those is going to run, but he's going to do 6 points of damage. Okay. With a couple of quick swings. Hey, what are you doing?
When you say non-lethal, does that have to be like a melee thing, or can I consider? Can I make my magic attacks non-lethal?
No.
No.
All right.
Pretty much you could... Yeah.
All right. Then, out of bonus action,
Might have to get creative.
as a bonus action, I'm just gonna tell him, surrender now. Ooh, if I can say the word right. Surrender now. You already killed 3 of you boys. Just give it up. You don't want to die tonight, do you?
Roll intimidation to see how well that works. Say charisma.
No. There's a single one plus plus. 17.
Okay. So he at least hears the words that you're saying as he's being beaten up mercilessly and his men just died in front of him, so he's resilient enough. What are you doing for your turn? Your action?
I'm gonna swing with my warhammer just because non-lethal. I'm gonna close the gap and swing on him.
Alright, very good.
Can't really control magic damage, so
No, unfortunately
You
can't.
cannot.
that's
Non-lethal
not gonna hit
fireball.
anyway. So,
Okay, very good then.
but I'm up on him now.
And he's well aware of what you had to say. Raina, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move the hex to him,
Yep.
and I'd like him to do a Constitution saving throw, please.
That would be a 2.
Okay. So he's going to take. Huh? The hex.
No, keep going. I'll check it later.
It's a bonus action move. Or no, Hex moves on its own. The Hunter's Mark.
It is a bonus action to move it.
It is? Okay.
Yes.
Then it's the opposite. Go
No,
on.
you're fine. Keep going. I just have a question.
11 damage, frost, and now he has disadvantage on his next melee.
Of course.
And because he's hexed, he has disadvantage on his wisdom saves.
Well, so he's super fucked. Alright, what are you doing, Cal? He's still alive, but
Non-lethal whip action.
you gonna whip him real good.
The towel whip.
That's a miss. 17.
That's a miss.
That's another miss.
Damn, man.
Roll 5.
It's a damn whip. Alright, Kev, what are you doing then? Nice.
Take a swing.
Okay.
18.
18 hits. Yeah, Hex continues.
14.
14 damage. Woof. You had me drop my pen there.
I'll do
So
non-lethal.
he's bleeding profusely at this moment, and he's kind of his hands now against the table as he's trying to hold his strength, and he's grasping at his chest because he just kind of can't go on. He's still alive.
I still have it with
Then I will. Can I essentially take his weapon from him?
Did you swing on him with your action?
I did.
So you wouldn't be able to use your action to be able to disarm him.
I'll just wait then.
You're gonna pass up.
Yep.
Okay, so my guy tries to make a swing, but he's gonna have full disadvantage at being able to
To do it.
lift himself, and that's an 8. So he's not gonna be able to do anything. He's still kind of leaning up against the table as he's trying to catch his breath. He's slowly swinging out of desperation. Maeve, what are you doing?
Again, I'm gonna go bonus action. I'm like, you can better stand. Just drop your weapon. It's over.
Go for that one.
Is this again persuasion or intimidation? 18.
Okay. So as he's kind of swinging his thing, he just kind of can't really do it anymore, and he listens to what you have to say, and he just kind of drops his sword down and catches his breath.
Okay. I go over, just kick his weapon aside, like out of arm's reach. Alright. Are we out of combat?
Are we?
Are we?
I'm not swinging on him anymore.
You've got an action. How do you want to use it? What do you want to do with your action? He's
I'd like to
technically
bind
in
him.
combat.
Yeah. I'd like to bind him.
Okay. So you have rope. All right. Well, go ahead and do a sleight of hand and try and tie him up.
Alright. Nope.
Well, what'd you roll? That sucks. All right. So
I mean,
with
he's given
your,
up. He's just
I know. So with your intimidation, you pull the rope out of your backpack or whatever, and you try to
I really just have a question.
run over and tie him up, but you can't quite get a grasp on him because he's leaning up against the table, so he kind of pushes you away.
Alright, is it my turn?
It would be your turn, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna walk up to him, and I'm gonna take my dagger out, and I'm gonna stab his hand to the table.
Damn!
Damn!
Careful.
Wow.
He just hit her.
He shoved me, but also
shoved
whatever
her out of the
damage you
way,
do
so
couldn't
I'm
kill
just-
it.
Yes,
Whatever
that
damage you do could be more.
My dagger is a 1d4. Would you like me to roll a damage on a 1d4 in his hand?
Yeah, I would, actually.
Plus your modifier.
I rolled a 1.
Plus
Still do your modifier damage.
My dagger is plus 4.
So 5 damage.
So 5 damage. Does that kill him? Me stabbing his hand, does that kill him?
Maeve instinctively reaches into her bag and grabs a regular healing potion.
Too late now.
No, it's not.
He's
So,
smiling. Go ahead
Arena-
and
You can pour one into the mouth and bring it back.
So Arena walks up and pulls a dagger from
He's unconscious.
underneath her
It's the same deal.
cloak and gives it a nice little spin as she slams it down into his hand. He screams out a large cry as blood starts to drip from his hand and looks up at you. Why?
It's because we have questions.
Okay, we can take the dagger out of him.
That was a little unnecessary.
I'll bust out my manacles and I'll, lock him to the chair.
Well, his hand's still in the
No,
table.
I'll take the dagger out of the
yeah.
table.
I even say,
I'll
take
put
the
it in my
dagger
hand.
out of the nice
You guys
thing.
are- telling her to.
You guys are out of
Nice
combat.
man. He's like working for the dude that we're trying to take down. Like, why are we?
Hey.
I roll.
In Elvish, good elf, bad elf.
I roll right up on him. Where's Quaterbow?
I'll take his helmet off.
Don't know. I don't know.
Where does he normally stay?
In his room? I don't know. I just guard down here.
Stop crying.
Roll
I want the
intimidation.
answers. Yeah. I keep forgetting we have 3. 9.
I don't know. I don't know. Please just kill me.
I'll take his helmet off. I'm like, hey, it's gonna be okay, guy. Give him some water.
Okay. Roll a charisma on that one.
12.
So he kind of pushes you away.
How? He's locked.
He's manacled.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's manacled to the chair.
Oh, right.
You
So
spit the water
okay. So
out?
he's like fighting, resisting, doesn't want anything to do with you.
Just kill me.
No,
We'll
no.
kill you when we're done.
Do you
I
want to
still have more
die?
questions.
Why do you want to die?
He looks up and he spits at you.
Okay, I'll use my mage hand to bitch slap him across the face.
Oh, you done did it now, son.
What would that be?
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. All right, so 15.
15 successfully slaps him across the face.
Okay. All right, now I'm gonna crouch down and I'm gonna get in his level, like right up against his face. And he speaks common, right? He's just a dude, human. Okay.
He's just a guy. Just a dude playing a dude playing another.
Dressed as another dude. All right, I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say, listen. All we want to know is where Corbo is. We can heal your hand and let you leave freely if you just tell us where he is.
Speak for yourself.
I would never tell you anything.
So you'd rather die.
Yes.
Where's Headrum?
I don't have any answers for you.
I stabbed him in the neck.
With the dagger? Okay. Roll your d4.
Oh, just D4.
Yeah, that had a D20.
Well, no, I thought he wanted like an attack.
No,
He's restrained.
Yeah,
I don't know,
It's
I
just
could've
damage
missed.
of the dagger.
But ooh. I've been rolling it backwards.
You haven't had to roll a 4 in since the
No,
potion.
5 damage.
Okay. So as you whip out the dagger, you stick it right in his throat, and he looks over at you, and you can see the life drain from his face as he dies.
I leave.
Guys are really bad at this.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Take the nodules off him.
Okay.
We've got to find Quarbo and Marlos. We're wasting time.
Search the room.
Yep.
I'd like to search the bodies.
Fine.
I don't search.
Maeve is out in the hallway waiting till they're done.
In
22.
the hallway that you came from?
Yeah, like that door right by the lantern. This guy right here. I'm just standing right here at the doorway.
Okay. Who's rolling what for what?
22 on perception.
Perception to the room,
Yeah.
and you're to
18 on
the body.
investigation on the room. I mean, on the body, yeah.
Okay, so throughout the in this room here around the table, you can see that there's a hidden purse underneath the table that must have gotten knocked off when they during the scuffle of this room. And with that, you can find there's a little bit of gold in that little pouch.
Alright.
As for the bodies,
How much?
you can find a grand total of about 15 gold, 40 silver off of the bodies.
How much is in the purse?
Inside the purse, you're gonna find 40 gold. Not much is going on in this room other than it appears to be the hangout area for.
It's a break room.
It would be a
Any
break room.
spare weapons, anything like that?
You only see the weapons that they were carrying.
Okay.
Long swords and shields, right?
It's totally looking to see if they have any arrows.
There are no arrows because they don't have range. They only use morning stars.
Alright.
Morning stars.
All right, let's roll.
Okay.
Head out.
So you guys follow Maeve.
I just step out of the hallway and then take.
Yeah, and we'll
I was
go-
just waiting till the guy.
We'll keep going west.
Okay. Figure out where I'm at now. So you guys make your way down the hall, continuing west after you leave this bloody mess behind. You approach an open room. 3 hallways meet this room, so as you enter you can see off to the left and to the right it also forks. An alcove in the middle of the wall shows a 10-foot tall statue depicting a crude humanoid from composed earth, boulders, and sharp crystals. Upon further investigation you can see that this appears to be a statue of O Greymock. Shattered rubble from an older statue lies heaped around the pedestal on which this figure stands.
Back to you, Gray. Okay, Mom.
That's right.
Left.
Can I go up and examine the statue real quick?
You can examine it with a perception roll.
I was kind of going with a
Stone kind.
like.
Hit.
I was gonna either do like a. I want to do like a religion since they're trying
You
to
want to do
summon
religion
this
on it? Okay, you can do religion on it.
15. Trying to see if I remember or anything jogs my memory about Greymock.
Gray smoke.
Since they're summoning out some kind of a
Yeah,
deity type
some-
thing.
O
Oh,
Greymock. You recognize him as being the Colossus of Rock, the physical embodiment that is the elemental earth.
It's mentioned.
O Greymock resents any mortals that dare to remove valuable metal or stone from the earth, and those who shape or build things of stone.
We read that out
Cover
of the book.
one.
Yeah, or like a metal song.
I'm skimming it.
No, that's right. I believe that's what we read out of the book from.
It's entirely possible.
Cool. All right, that's fine. It's the same ordeal.
Yeah, that's about all you're
All right.
pretty much going to be able to know about
Fair enough.
him from looking at that.
Okay.
Pretty obscure
Yeah.
god, if you want to call him that.
Something that people worship. Either way. You said left.
Left. So south.
Towards you.
Okay, so you guys make your way south, and as you do, you approach a door on the right-hand side, and across from that, you can see that the tunnel continues to move around what appears to be the exterior of what could be behind this door.
Door, keep going.
It's up to you guys.
Do we hear any sounds coming from any directions or any kind of indicator of
Passive
people?
perception does not indicate any noises in the area.
Okay.
Keep going.
We
I mean, you're at the
keep
point.
going.
You can just keep walking.
We'll just keep
Yeah.
going.
All right.
If nobody says anything about the door, we'll keep moving.
Okay, so as you make your way south a bit more,
No,
you
no crevasse.
right, you come across to an impasse. You can see that you're running along this very smooth wall, and then straight ahead of you on the left-hand side, you can see that the ground seems to be missing, and it teeters off into what appears to be a new ravine. And then off to the right-hand side, you can see that the path continues west some more.
Then we'll go west.
Okay. As you guys continue to make your way through, you see that you have another impasse. You can head left, which is south, which leads on a bit further. You can keep that open. It's not a big deal. You can see straight ahead. I just haven't cleared the fog.
I assume.
Straight ahead, there's a door frame made of stone, and as you look through it, you can see that this giant pedestal suspended above probably another ravine, and off to the right-hand side, leading north, is another passageway around the outside of what you just walked around.
We'll keep moving forward.
31.
Go west.
Alright. As we pass through that corridor, I just want to keep an ear out either way, left or right, to see if anything's...
Passive doesn't give you much.
Well, I was going to be actively listening, but either way.
Take a roll then.
Yeah,
That's what
because your passive is 14, so I can't give you anything on that if you want to
22.
actively. Okay. 22, as you're at this impasse, you don't hear much of anything in your current proximity.
Just making sure there's nothing about to jump out as we pass the intersection.
No, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're heading down to the... Now you're at a... What staircase did you do?
Oh yeah. No, what is it?
Before we go down the spiral staircase,
That's the spiral.
when we get into the doorway of where it is, I want to pull the spider out of the pocket dimension and put it up on the roof of the cave and let it make a web there.
So if anything comes behind
So
us,
that if
it'll
anything
know.
comes by, it'll know.
Okay.
And then I'll
Good
take
call.
it back down,
Smart.
let it rest on my shoulder for a few minutes before I put it back.
This great chasm opens before you, a ceiling 30 feet overhead. In the middle is a square pillar with black rock. Stone bridge leads to a staircase that wraps around the pillar. It's a staircase and the pillar descends down into darkness. You guys enter the room. When you reach the middle of the bridge, you feel a slight tremor underfoot. A loud, low-pitched tone like the groaning of a giant fills the air, reverberating within the chasm. That's it.
So we're heading down?
Of course.
Alright. What's your... Real quick. Kath, how you doing?
34.
Alright. What is that?
It's almost
25 or so down?
27.
Yeah,
27.
I have this map on a different save because I would not expect you guys to be going this far into this temple, so give that a moment as it loads up
It's
the
alright,
bar.
I'm trying to
and
decide what I'm
areas.
doing.
Go, green bar, go.
Yay, green bar! Oh man. Okay.
Alright, I'm going to cure wounds at level 2 on Keth. So... Come on, Metal Dice, don't fuck me. Alright, and... Cool. 18. 18 health back.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to do math, yeah. That should get you a little better.
Math is hard.
Well, we did kind of like skip every room we passed on our way to beelining it.
There weren't a ton though.
We just passed
Down here,
that
there
corridor.
hasn't been
that
as
corridor
much
was
as
We can always
like
come
some
back.
stuff.
No, I'm saying in terms of like, we were kind of just beelining it.
Yeah,
Straight.
there just weren't as much. Oh my god.
Hey, hey.
You guys wanted to go down, yeah. So,
Yeah, we did.
We
let's
probably
go
should have
down
told
here.
the prisoners once they find Halbert just to dip it. We might be here a while.
They might have figured that out by now.
Well, it's
I
still
don't
only
think
been a
they're
couple-
coming back.
It's only been a couple hours at this point, but yeah.
We'll give them another hour. For monks, we sure are dumb.
Alright, this cabin is a vertical shaft rising up. As you enter this area, it appears as though you're in a very dark room. There's a doorway to your left and a doorway south in this room. Other than that, just stone walls around you.
Go west.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the first corridor we see.
Yes, that is true. I do. Maybe. Yes. I was wondering if I had a far door on here. We're going west.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy. Alright, so. As you open the door to the west.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. A natural passage enters this rubble-strewn chamber from stone doors lead south and west in this room. Rushing iron rails are anchored to the floor, running north and south. A pair of ancient ore carts still rest upon the rails. Dust on the floor is thick and the air is stale.
Ore carts. I thought you said ore carts.
That's what I thought you said.
I was like, damn, some morbid
Ore
ass
carts.
shit.
Ore carts.
Oh my god.
Michael Hunt.
Cat's just like,
Michael Hunt.
Michael King.
Right. As you enter this room, your passive sees a flash of light blink in the corner of the room as it disappears.
which corner of the room?
You don't know.
You just said we saw.
No, your peripheral sees it.
But I mean, like,
I guess it would be on the right hand side of your room.
okay, so over this way. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Okay, which way we want to go?
Towards the line.
So there's a railroad track and a cart off of it.
The light. Arena's like not into
So
the
there's
light. Whatever.
two doors. We see two doors in a railroad track.
And a light flash somewhere.
And you saw a flash of light off to the right hand side of this room.
You guys want me to send the spider to see what the light is? I can do that without
like
doing
that
anything.
idea.
Okay, I'm gonna pull the spider out of the pocket dimension, tell Charlotte to go up and check it out, and have her come over here.
Probably over here, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have her come over here on the ceiling and see what she sees.
Roll a perception.
Me?
Yep.
7.
You feel this presence show up behind you as the air starts to get really warm.
Oh, these phase spiders. Let's turn around real quick.
You see nothing. Your spider that's flying around the northern area of this room sees nothing.
Okay.
Felt
I'll
like
have-
something was right behind me,
I'll
but there's
have
nothing there.
her leave a web here in this corner, and then come back to me. I'll snap her back into the pocket dimension.
Let's check this door behind us.
The door that leads us out there?
No, the one that's behind me and
Yeah,
Dave.
yeah, the
one that
south.
goes
Yeah, the one that leads south
Okay.
towards me.
I didn't even know that was there.
Arena's gonna walk up and say, "Step aside."
Gladly, I just felt like something was right behind me, but there was nothing there.
I'll use Mage Hand to see if I can pick the lock.
Okay, sleight of hand.
16.
Okay, and roll perception. Okay, so as you bend down, you pull out your little lock picking kit and you try to pick the lock on this door, and you successfully get a little click. But just as you click, you feel the same breeze that Maeve tried to talk to you about come up behind. It's a very warm breath in your ear.
Okay. I'm gonna immediately say I feel something and then back away from the door.
Perception?
Go ahead.
Cal's like, my hands are right here.
15.
What does it mean? Okay, so as everybody's kind of talking
Oh wait,
about,
I have more than that. 19.
okay, as everybody's kind of talking about this weird breath, you pan over to your right-hand side and you see the figure of a specter kind of floating there in the little gap at the end of the railroad track as it starts to lean in towards you, as it starts to make its way closer and closer. And behind it, more ghosts start to show up. They just appear out of nowhere and they all start moving towards you in a very
many are we
cultish
talking?
type of way. You can see 5 ghosts spring up in this area.
And they're just moving towards us.
They're moving towards you, and you would take it with hostility.
So initiative?
Sure. Let's roll initiative.
Well, if I'm taking it with hostility,
Well, you appear as though they're going to be hostile. You have a chance to get out of there.
out of the room.
Do something with it. Otherwise, I'm going to start initiative. You're seeing these guys appear. So what's your move?
Oh, and everybody else know that they're here.
Well, they're seeing it too.
Oh, they're
This
seeing it
is-
too.
Yes.
Would a specter speak Bizzle?
Speak Bizzle?
A Bizzle.
Specters understand all languages it knew in life, but can't speak.
Yikes.
What are the shape of these ghosts?
They appeared to take the shape of a medium-sized humanoid without any detailing effects to them. So you can see that their eyes are sunken blue orbs of swirling light, and you can see that they resemble that of a cloak around their head. Other than that, their body just kind of fades in and out of reality.
Alright, Ghost, what are you trying to tell us? What's ahead?
They can understand you, but they cannot speak back. Instead, they just start moving towards you a little bit more.
Move out of their way.
If I had a thing on the board, it would look as if our men here all start to move inward ever so closely. That's their goal, is to kind of bring you into the corner. So with every passing moment, they move closer and closer. It looks like they're sweeping you into a corner.
Okay, can I use Mage Hand to swing that door open since I unlocked it?
You can.
Okay, 18.
Okay, so you can use your mage hand to quick whip of the wrist, and your door swings open, leading to a new hallway.
Shut it behind us.
Might as well.
Okay, go into that room, shut the door behind us, and I'll.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna come through.
Okay.
Well, we'll find out.
That's fire, not ghosts.
So with a quick haste, you scurry through the doorway into the hallway that lies beyond, slamming the door behind
We'll see
you.
what happens.
You're in a dark lit hall, or you're in a very dark hallway, and at the very end of it, you can see there's another door.
Might as well go through the next door.
We could just be running headlong into a pincher attack, but alright.
That's what the cleric's for.
Cleric was about to take care of that other room.
It's fine. If we don't have to mess with it, we don't have to mess with it.
We're gonna have to mess with it.
We don't know.
Ooh,
We'll find out.
Move our guys. Somebody can reach.
Weird.
Other beds.
So as you enter this next room, the door swings wide open as if it weren't even there. It's so light. Weird crystals just from the walls of this floor, giving off a violet light. On the east side, violet, purple.
A violent light.
On the east side, these crystals form a distant doorway or a gate, beyond which the floor slopes downward. 2 here bedrolls and barrels full of provisions in the southern corner of this room. As you enter the room, you can see that there are 2 doors in the furthest end of this room, on the left and the right hand side, around all the grates. And with that, you also see 2 hill giants that are guarding these doors.
Ooh, I speak giant.
You got so excited and then not excited all
No,
at the same
neither.
time.
I
Both not excited.
I speak giant. Do you guys want me to try to get them to let us
They.
pass?
We
Go
can
for
try.
it, bro. You could certainly
Absolutely.
try.
Okay, I'm going to speak in giant.
Do they notice
Yep.
us first?
Oh, they see you guys.
Okay, just checking.
I'm gonna speak in giant. You guys seen Corbo come through here? And I'm gonna throw up the symbol.
They look at you and they look back at each other.
Oh, I don't know about any Corbo in here. Have you seen a Corbo?
These are some
I don't know about it.
feminine
This
giants.
is the best voice for a giant ever. This is awesome.
What are you guys doing?
Oh, we're just playing a friendly game of tic-tac-toe. Would you like to join us?
Is that what the middle thing is?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very good.
God, he's gonna turn on you so fast.
We have these nice little colored rocks here in the corner. We picked them off of the wall.
Slaps. Don't tell her anything.
Of course not. We're just going to play a game. Grab some of the rocks. Let's play tic-tac-toe.
Okay.
At this point, I'm literally just standing with my back to them, watching the door that just came through.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Charm Person on the one that's being nice to me.
Wait. Okay.
So you need to do a Wisdom save.
Okay. 17.
That's gonna say. I think.
Yeah.
I'm also. What was it? Wisdom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17.
Okay.
This is going.
Well then, never mind.
I'm also immune to charm.
Oh, well then, again, never mind.
Nice try.
So that's
Some of
fine.
us
I'm just
are.
gonna play the game then. How do I play the game? I'll pick up one of the colored
Tic-tac-toe.
rocks.
We're gonna have to pick that up next week.
Okay.
Where Reyna plays tic-tac-toe with hill giants in a
Fun.
dungeon that was unprepared. Fortunately enough, the time ran out and we have to end it here, unfortunately. But thank you all for joining us on this lovely evening of Dungeons and Dragons. Let's go around the table real quick and figure everything out. We got clever Eric Muller from Ramble On About Movies.
That's right, Ramble On About Movies on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Me and Handsome Dan will be recording tomorrow, so we'll have stuff out for the weekend.
I'm excited for that. I can't wait to hear it.
Aw.
No, I'm serious. Dan was talking to me about it. He said you guys finally get to record tomorrow.
Yay.
So, excellent.
Because he's all busy being a hunky firefighter.
He wishes. Anyways, moving around, we got Chris. How you doing tonight, man?
It was a lot of fun tonight. Thanks, guys, for coming out and watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Can't wait for next week. This is getting interesting fast.
This is getting real interesting real fast.
Isn't
I
it?
did not expect you guys to come down into this dungeon.
Yeah.
Hence the reason I had it on a separate file.
We're just full of
I
surprises.
wanted to keep clear the monastery, to be honest.
But hey,
I feel
no
like we left
worries.
a lot of shit that could come up behind us.
Well, we're gonna find out.
We'll see where it leads. Erica May, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Check me out. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the things. Geeky Baby. Looking forward to next week. Big things coming up.
Yeah.
Remember, opposite corners.
There it is. What do you got, Brett?
Tic-tac-toe.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? Not much. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Join us next week. Tony and I have been picking up streaming a little more frequently, so hopefully we'll have more content on the channel for you. But you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JTBratton21. And thanks again.
That's right, and this week is actually Origins here in Columbus, Ohio, so if you get a chance from today until Sunday, Origins at the Greater Convention Center, Greater Columbus Convention Center. There's a lot of D&D content that's going to be on over there. There's also an escape room, a 2-hour-long Dungeons & Dragons escape room, which is really freaking cool. Unfortunately, I will not be able to do such a thing, but nonetheless, check it out if you guys are in the area. It's only $30 to get through the door. Otherwise, you can find me. I'm the Real Anthony Dane. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm there. Follow me, like, share, subscribe. We are Casual Critics, joined up with Ramble On About Movies. Anyways, thank you for joining us. Until next week, guys. Nobody else wants to say anything?
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody!